Dude, the Marvel Rivals Twitch thing, like emblem for we're streaming on Twitch or a Marvel Rivals category. Boy, it's just big old Emma Frost, front and center. Would expect nothing less. Oh, let me fix the microphone. It is hanging on for its life. All that. Pull this down over here. There we go. Lovely. Now, gang, I was like, ooh, maybe it's only $5 for that skin, which I probably could have spent less, but I was like, $5, why not? But then I found out it was in US. It doesn't do the conversion, so it's $7 for me, which is not. It's still bad, but it's not. I don't know. The difference between $5 and $7. It's close. It seems close to 10. Anyways, I got the thing. What's good? Cat says the mother effing GRINN. What's good, Cat? What's good? Nah. What's good, Fluff? What's good, Lone? What's good, everybody? Once again, audience. What? Gang, are we ready to look hella stylish? This was the disgusting... I can't show you, but that's Thor. You can see the side of his face, I guess. Are we ready to look beautiful? Also, I played... Dude, we'll see how it goes. I tried just now. I'm watching this video, which is really helpful. It's this guy who I quite enjoy. He basically just plays a character... in this case it's Thor, all the way to like nothing to like GM with 100% win rate, so it's kind of neat. But at the same time, I don't know why, like we just played like 8 games or something like that with Cap, and then my brain's like on Cap's frequency, so now when I'm playing Thor, I'm like, I don't like everything that was second nature ain't second nature anymore. So I'm kind of like, oh, hopefully this is gonna work out. But let's see. We're gonna go to this. Is that right? No, it's season pass. God damn it. This. There he is. Absolutely fire looking. Is it quiet or is it just me? Let me just boost this a little bit. Where are you? Da-ba-da-ba-da. Why is the DaVinci Resolve open? Where is Rivals? I'm blind, man. There it is. Why is it on Steam? Why does it look like it's Steam's thing? Anyways, I did buy enough of the good currency to do it. You have enough. You have to convert your actual money into what is essentially like the free money. And I'm like, is that a good idea? Should we burn 42, which is like the premium? How much do we have? How much are these like Giga skins? It's all the same blue skin. Chill out, Emma. It's all the same blue. What is the, this is just gold? Is there anything in the thing that's only, like this can only buy? Is it like season pass? Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. Anyways. Back to the thing. This. Let's rock. Dude, he looks so much like the Overlord skin. I don't know what this is from. It looks like it's some sort of weird thing, but I'm in. Should we do it? Or should we, are someone going to convince me, GRINN, there might be a cool Cap skin, and you haven't played Thor in a while, and what if you play Thor this whole day and you hate him? Because you're just like, I'm not really in the mindset to play him. So actually, I finally spent money in Marvel, by the way. I spent $7. Robbery. Honestly, I do like the Thor skin a lot. I do think it is pay to lose, which is like, this shit is just impossible. But, you know, we're not exactly trying to be the best ever. But, also, Kat says, oh, GRINN, I might, be up to episode 14, Eminence and Shadows. Eminence and Shadows is great. I think the tail end of the school arc is a little slow. It kind of like is a lull. But after that, shit be popping again. If you can make it through that part, then you're good. But it's good. I like that. I like it as a child a lot. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I started watching an anime, guys. You thought I stopped, didn't you son of a bitch? I started watching Kaiji number 8. Or I Am Kaiji number 8. Whatever it's called. Awesome. Fucking awesome, dude. It's more like movie-like than I thought it would be. Yeah. Like, there's some anime that are, like, very fun. And, like, they're not even thinking about it. Kaiji almost feels like a series of movies that you're watching. If that makes any sense. I kind of feel similar to ReZero. ReZero also has that like movie-like pacing and like yeah. I spent $7. GRINN is doomed to poverty. You have no idea. Also, Fluff says, anyways, so here's the story. Yeah, dude, I have not played Thor in a hot minute, so it's gonna be rough. Oh, is TTS not on? Shit. Sorry, I thought yep, no, that makes sense. I didn't click the buttons. My B. Be patient. You'll have your voice. I have silenced you. Because, have you ever thought you deserved it? Have you ever thought maybe you were doing some shit? Also, Lone says, Kaiju was peak. Dude, there's moments where, like, I'm, like, sitting there. Like, any moment when he starts to, like, fucking blast off and shit, pop off entirely. I'm sitting there like, oh, they know, they have watched the My Hero Academia fucking get me revved up. Like, you would not, all these syllables could fall into a different category. But let's not think about it. Let's rock. Ready? Go fast and commit.
Lone Syndicate said, behold the god of thunder.
Oh!
Gnawing Fetus said, I say hold on the skin till you play a round or two with him.
God, I wish TTS wasn't delayed by like 4 seconds. Fuck. Well, what is done, but that would have been the wisest scenario, probably. The issue is I literally don't want any other skin in the game yet, like at all. Probably because I'm a person that like very much did equip all of it. Sure, equip a name card. I have the spray, apparently. Dope as hell. We're drinking a liquid and then vomiting profusely or something. Very neat. Yeah, very cool. I don't know how I equip those emotes. It's fine. Yeah, I don't really want any skin because I don't really play a lot of characters. You know? I only want to play the only character that I would love any not shit skin. And I think they just keep giving them Garbo. It's just, this is fine. It's acceptable. Get to the skin. I don't care about the yeah, there it is. It's okay. It's fine. It's acceptable. This is awful. I like the thighs. The thighs are calves, giga crazy. This
Lone
I hate.
Syndicate said, don't
Japanese
hold, just
ramen.
spend, don't think about it, grin. It's more when you start to think about just let IR rip.
That sounds like a person about being bankrupt. Just let it rip. Fuck it. But I will say, we do have to, if we're going to look like this, we better have this on our mainstay. Where is he? Is it play? Look at that. That I am happy about. I am perfectly happy, even if I'm a Captain America main, just fully sending this title card. Because we look clean. Okay? We look hella clean. Even if we become a Captain America main. Yeah. Also, Bodhi says, Alpha Grin. Alpha what? Me? Or is this a skin? What's good, Bodhi? How are you, my boys? Also, just a TLDR, we're going to be playing some Rivals today again with my cripply internet. As you can see, we're in the orange just right now. But we probably will move over, and we have some other things to kind of watch and hang out with. A little slight hangout stream where I want to watch the marathon thing because I love me some Destiny. Not so much now, but yeah.
Lone Syndicate
I want
said,
us
Grin
to watch
got the
this.
drip now.
I want to watch this and see what's happening. You know, we'll see if we're into it. Oh, great, our internet's dropped to red. Says it's going to be a good time, just like yesterday. Yesterday was a great time, but I felt so bad with, like, just the happen chance of, like, people who had bad connections. And I hate that, like, a part of me was like, yay, somebody else can, like, understand how painful it is when you're hitting something and then you're, like, eating a wall for 10 minutes. And I know you know, but it's just helpful that someone knows now. You know, like, I want the fresh pain of connection, or what is it called? Like, I understand you to the extent to which you are right now. Not like, oh, I remember how bad that was. No, I want you to be like, it's awful, yes. You know? Because it's a different kind of hell when you're, like, beating the shit out of people, you're playing decently, and then you're just in a wall, and you can't do fuck all for 10 minutes. You're just watching your teammates die as you're like, please, just let me do anything. Anything, please. Ooh. Kaz says, Grin wants the suffer to be... I want the suffering to be communicated as it's awful, and you're valid in feeling like it's unfair and dog shit. Yeah, I mean, that's the emotional response I'm looking for. I might not get it because it's hyper-specific, but, you know. I love the skin. Is it worth $7? Probably not. But... is any of the skins worth that much money? Probably not. I'd pay a solid, crisp $5. $5 probably what I do. But that's me being a cheapo, probably. And yes. Are we ready to jump in, Lone? I'm not sure if anyone else wants to jump in. Let me know. We might just jump in and just start cooking. Also, I do like that avatar. Yeah, this is paid to... This is like super low spender versus yes. You got an animated hairs physics. You know?
Lone Syndicate said, all right, I spent about half an hour on the phone with my internet provider. My internet speed should be now.
I did. I'm about to say what happened.
Fetus said, "Hold him
Can you
in.
tell?
I'll hop from Poe."
Hold him. Gotcha.
Catman 11,234 said, "I'll hop
Hell
in."
yeah. What's good, Stitch?
Stitch how he said dab.
What's good, Stitch? I was gonna say, Lo, how did that go, by the way? Like, I'm curious to like what that looks like when you like phone your internet. Did you phone them and be like, "Hey, we're not getting what we're paying for. What's with the stabilization issues?" Or is it like, you got like, give me something better, or like what does it look like? Because that's what I hear with a lot of people, where like your internet provider, like my brother's friend even, he had like this weird system where he would basically go to like the internet provider in his town, and he would have like 4 or 5 there, and then he would like go to the newest internet provider and be like, "Hey," and they usually have like a new person deal, so you're able to get like a crazy good amount of deal for like 2 years, and then they eventually try to be like, "Okay, now you need to start paying a little bit more for it." But as soon as they did that, after he got his like 2 years worth of ground, he would just cancel and go to one of the other internet providers, and by the time that other internet provider was like gone, like the same thing happened, he would just go back to the other one, and he just keep hip-hopping. So because they don't keep your information, apparently it gets flushed after a little bit of time, apparently. But that was something I heard that I was like, damn, that makes sense. You're always treated as like a also, that's just ass. Like, I wish people like the people who are there longer and who have supported them for longer got the special treatment, and not new customers always get the best treatment. Customer acquisition stuff. Also, what's good, Stitch? It's been a minute. How was life? What you been getting up to? You still doing the MMA stuff? But he says, my brother always handles the internet provider calls, so is a pro now. Yeah, that sounds nice, dude. That sounds real nice. Someone is just like, hey, fucking knock it off. I'm gonna lose my shit here in a minute. Oh. Ooh, heartburn. Bodhi says he will always get a new deal. Yeah, dude. There's a special kind of person that's out here just like fighting people, who are ready to like go to war on the phone for like a solid 2 hours,
Lone
just to be like,
said just called my internet provider and said my internet speed has very bad, and the guy was very nice. He sent a signal boost to my network and also helped me create a new network for Optimize Connect.
Ooh.
Catman 11,234 said it's cool that a couple of us are fighters in the community. I like being able to talk about that kind of stuff with y'all.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I wouldn't consider myself a fighter. My dream exercise situation is a reflex bag. It's like perfectly tied at the right angle. That's my favorite cardio probably ever. Like attack bike is the best cardio because it's just gonna rip your soul out of your body. But as far as fun, a reflex bag is the best. And I don't mean like the weird like. I mean like a ball on 2 strings and you punch it and it just has it's coming back somewhere and you gotta either dodge or connect again. And that shit is just like the most satisfying game of whack-a-mole you've ever experienced in your life. Also, sometimes you do get like smacked in the face and it's like, wake the fuck up, bitch, and you're like, yes, yeah. Anyways, sorry. All right, is everyone in that we're going to play? It's okay. We can jump to the next game if anyone's kind of pseudo-interested, but not yet, just yet. I'll be joining in a few minutes. Maybe we'll wait for Fluff. Our household just waits until fiber was put in. Dude. Wait, our household just waited. Dude, fiber is the dream. I can't even believe that, Cat. You have fiber internet? I'm so happy for you. That's the dream, baby. Lone says, yeah, dude, that's really nice to hear. I wonder if that's like 90% of things where like some people just don't like to be like, have to go and be socialized, but like, or like social, but if you just phone up the person or like, hey, I need this to be fixed, I wonder if you could help me, you'd be surprised how many people like make way. I do think it is bullshit though, that like, what do you call it? The story that Lone said is like, I just phoned him. I told him my internet wasn't very good. He said, hey, I'll send you a booster network and I'll create a new path for optimization. Why don't you just do that beforehand? Why does it have to shit itself and then you give me special treatment? Why again, why do I have to ask for all this stuff? It should just be done. It's crazy. Nog says a foot in insert mouth NAO. What? What? But it says we asked recently for fiber, but no one came.
Lone Syndicate said now I can enjoy MSI without teleporting everywhere.
Yes, I hope so. You were my brother, Lone. And now you've left me behind for greener pastures. What I will say to you, my sir, I hope you enjoy the good life. I will be here hopefully one day, maybe next week. Probably not. Yeah, for marginally better internet, we'll see. I just want enough to not be debilitated. That's kind of what we've had yet. Yesterday, it was bad, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't play, which is nice. At least that, I think, has been improved on like the server end of this game. It's been consistently below mid, but not god-awful unplayable, which is nice. Are we ready? Oh, no, wait, we're waiting for Fluff. Bodhi says, we asked recently for fiber, but no one came to install, so we canceled again. Or anything, no effort was done at all. Well, dude, that's the thing that people say about, like, fiber stuff, is you have no idea about, like, how much weird businessy stuff there is. In that whole realm, like that was one of the things that people were saying, which was surprising, was basically how do I say this properly? A person would phone for like fiber, like Google Fiber, or whatever it was at the time, but they were like, no, we can't do it in your area. The dude hanged up, phoned again, asked again, and then they're like, oh yeah, we do it, and it's just like, what the fuck? So there's clearly
Lone
some sort of like filtering.
GRINN, I also want to officially try the Cap and Bucky team up if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll probably play Cap eventually at some point. Maybe we should play him first. We just bought the skin. But yeah, I'll probably play Cap. The thing that sucks, Lone, is I have such bad... I think I need to prime it. I wish I could just be like, I am open to being dabbed up. I'm open. I realize why people were using that terminology. I'm willing to be dabbed up at all possible times. I just don't want to have to prime it by hitting a button that I'm not used to hitting,
Stitch
and I
Alley
forget.
said, yay, still MMA. I've started looking for an apartment with my best friend.
Ooh.
So that's exciting and scary, real life.
Yeah.
Also hype for Ultron, gimme Ultron.
Yeah, man, Ultron looks sick. I'm so excited too, man. We talked about him a couple streams ago. He seems like a ton of fun, like a really interesting character. Is it funny that like he seems quite simple, but like he is a ultra god mind power person? You thought his kit would be a little bit more complex, but who knows? You know, I am open to being. Nope, I didn't say that. I held back on saying it, but yes, that is something that probably will be said at some point. Yes. Also, do I still have access to the previous season? I think I do, but I just don't know how to see it. Whatever.
Balti said you'll join Hold
Got
Up.
it. I'm not sure if Fluff
Catman
is
11,234 said the fur on Thor's cloak is very Borderlands ESP.
Oh yeah, dude. It also is a debuff for sure. For sure. But, you know, who needs to see your enemies you're attacking anyway, as already a giant character? You know, I guess it could be a buff if you consider, like, maybe I'm giving more coverage, like I'm a wall, not able to shoot my back line. The issue is I don't stand in front of my people anyway, because I'm a side flanker tank type thing. I'm not like a front line traditional tank as Thor. So, you know, does look very cool though. He does have like a crazy crown though. That's the whole thing. It looks like, I do think it looks pretty cool. To me, I like it because it looks like Overlord. Hella good game.
McFlufferkin said top right box when viewing the season screen to access previous seasons, if you bought it.
Top right box. Top right, this one? Or is it...
Catman 11,234 said healing lesbian mom power couple is here.
Ooh. Which one's that? Oh, this? Nope. Top right box. Did I read that right? Top right box when viewing the season screen. So this is a season screen. Yeah, season screen. Top right box. This little guy? Or this little guy? Oh, I see. This is got it. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. Weird also. I don't know if I love that. Festival of Flower. What's this one? Unknown. Okay, so we get to see. Oh, no, this is the past. Oh, shit. I see. Damn it. So, man, that's some bullshit. They show you. Like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if you had another option? Like, oh, but you didn't buy it, so I guess you could just look at it. And you're like, fuck you, dude. We got all of the boys together. Let's rock. Yeah, let's bang out the Captain America game first, just because I have some understanding of how to play him because of yesterday. And we'll start at 0 with Thor, so I will do that game with Lone and Bucky team up with Cap. Let's see.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Ping is in the orange. We'll see if it's playable. Hopefully it is. That's the other thing that's tough. Like, at least with the melee character, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like with like projectile-based characters, when you're lagging, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a problem. But we're used to it.
Lone Syndicate said, let's
do this. It's C, right? Ooh, the internet's getting real bad. Damn me up, Lone. Pow! That's so cool. It does like no damage, but very cool aesthetic.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Would you look at us? The man out of time and the cyborg assassin. But as long as we've still got a little Brooklyn inside of us, Buck.
Some good old Brooklyn.
We'll be just fine.
Brooklyn is a girl's name as well, so a little rough. But anyways.
The battle starts in 5, 4.
Has anyone ever scratched their eyelid and then has subsequently, what is it called? Also made a tiny incision on the eye.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
He's down. Got her. Woo! What did I hit? There's a cheeky little venom in there. Careful, Penny. Ooh, he's getting healed. Oh, I'm lagging. I hope I get healed. Ah! Ah!
I'll be ship-shape in no time.
Oh!
Raidmaid said, yo, what's up, Grin? How are you, my friend?
I'm coughing up blood, but we'll see.
Stop them in their tracks.
Enemy ahead.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Supernova! That's the boost I
Against the world. Get prepared.
Oh, I tried to give you a shield, Luna. I got it, Luna. I tried.
mystical artifact of some sort.
Oh. Nice. Oh! Woo! Moon Knight's up there. Thank you. Got her. Wow. So long as I keep you guys distracted, I'm pretty content. All I need to do is make sure you guys are off the point.
Sorry, soldier. Can't beat battlefield medicine.
This old woman's hanging back. Woo! I'm gonna be dead here, guys. Woo! Careful. Shit. Oh, trying to make sure you guys get healing. Come here, load! Quickly! Oh, I don't have my thing. Why did you leave your healing area? There, about to say, where the hell is she? You kidding me, Moon Knight? Get that motherfucker! Oh, finally I died. Dang it. I was trying to see where, what do you call it? I didn't know if that was, yeah, it was the enemies thing. I thought it was ours. I wish there was a better, like, like a visual when it comes to his fire. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if there is any healer left, or if they got killed. I have no health. Thank you. Ah, I tried to go in there. It was probably stupid. I just tried. Maybe we could kill him. I think I just got my ult, so we can make a push. But I get that. I think they'll push it to the point at this point. Yeah.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Better stop that vehicle. Player scanner's located in all.
These come in real handy.
Oh, come on, really? Oh, she used her, popped her ult at least.
Back in the fight.
Look at me. Thank you. Good stuff. Oh.
Sorry, soldier.
Woo!
Stand down. And on.
A little help, please. Shields up.
Ah. Supernova! Which one is the blonde? We're trying to focus on one of the blondes.
These come in real handy.
I do have my ult if they do have some sort of push.
That's the boost I needed. The moon haunts you.
Ah. Oh, what happened to everybody? Yeah, bad time to use it. I thought people were alive. They were not. Well, we can at least stall point. Oh, no, no, nice. Who the fuck? Nice, Sloan. Jeez Louise. Nice, Sloan. Good fucking drain. That guy made a bad choice pushing on you. Oh. I'm not sure if I gave you shield. Oh, shit. Woo. Oh, I'm bad. I'm in a bad place. Woo! Oh, thank God. Oh. Shit. Woo! Careful! Oh, I don't want to leave you behind. Got her at least. Ooh. Sorry, I seen you just now, cat. Oh, God. I just got power slammed dead. Oh. I need to be behind more, I think. Oh, the Moon Knight might be killing our healers quite badly. So it's kind of like a toss-up. We have Bolties on Penny, so she should be making a fortress so that they can sit in. So it should be fine. What happened there? Oh, I blocked, but she kicked me through it? I don't know. Okay, so you kicked me through my block. Okay, no, it didn't look like... Okay, on her screen it didn't. It was a 20 ping. I did block.
Now might be a good time to stop them. Here comes trouble. Be your best self.
Woo. Oh God. Oh God. I didn't see them push in. I think Moon Knight's just focusing our support, so I guess I'll try to play a little more behind. Ah, my fucking keyboard, man. I hate that I can't fucking like move my mouse into... You have to do so much weird fucking like backwards complete movement like with Cap, so like you run out of space immediately with your fucking thing. Oh, she's so weak. Ah, she got picked up immediately. Why are you fighting me? You have no health. Careful! Yeah, I guess I'll try to focus on Moon Knight. It's hard to pick him out in the middle of everything, though. Shit. Fuck, I'm getting lost. They still managed to kill our supports. Oh. Dang, I feel like we should have won that, especially at the beginning, that we had such a strong push. I think the probably what's happened is the what is it called? People were pushing our backline, like the what's her name? The Moon Knight, I think, was cracking them. I think then they started fighting back against the Moon Knight, but then that means that they weren't healing, so then that means everything kind of starts to fall apart because, well, also if they die, then so they make the right choice. But dang, yeah, that's tough. Still, fun game, especially the beginning. Also, let me see what everyone was dealing with, because again, it's always tough because you never really, you try to pay attention, but you're also trying to play a role, so it's kind of. And then you get tunnel vision too, to be fair, for me. Nice ult, Bolty, jeez. Yeah, the penny changes look a lot of fun. That crosshair is cursed though, Bolty. Man, there's a lot of fucking mines popping off. Good stuff, Bolty. Their ammo was aggro as fuck. Well, I took care of her from I think, what do you call it? I started focusing on their healers, and then I think their healers started basically knowing how to heal each other through everything. And then I'd go to their Emma, and then Emma started what do you call it? For to fall back on her healers, but perhaps I should have went more on aggro on the Emma. Also, I did hit it a couple times within combat loan, but probably not the most opportune time because it was like, oh right, I still have that ability. So then I hit C. I seen you switched off because I imagine I wasn't spamming it, which is tough. Because I do think it has a short cooldown, so I do think it's one of the few team ups that you can just rock with. Also, nice alt loan. I've never seen that. I felt like we lacked anti-air. Yeah, probably anti-air stuff with the one guy. Yeah, because I feel like we were winning pretty hard, and then they switched over to the what is his name? The range guy. The Phoenix. Whatever. I can't think of his name. Supernova guy. With my weak and a slow shot, yeah, it's hard to hit him out of the air. Yeah. Well, again, to me, I always look back and I notice our supports were like, what do you call it, getting smashed. So I was like, shit, and I'd run after them. But again, maybe this is the best time to choose Thor because Thor at least can, I think, help the supports a little bit more than Cap because Cap is like I don't know if you can really like take aggro. Like we do tiny continual damage to where it's like the tank will just keep focusing on the supports and kill them, and I'm like, I'll maybe be able to avenge you. But let's now play our boy Thor, which will probably be a worse performance for me, so forgive me. Probably no more MVP nonsense with me. I will say though, dude, taking a break from the game has actually been kind of nice. Like almost like your brain like stop overthinking things and you start going back to like fundamental stuff, which is neat. Cat says the overtime kept saving their asses. A good game. Yeah, I thought it was a fun game at the very least, especially the beginning. I thought the beginning, the middle were good, and then at the tail end there, I thought they had momentum, and we were just like, because I don't know. I don't think I was able to address I wasn't able to understand what the issue of it was, you know? Which is where like playing comms is probably the most overpowered thing on the planet, because people could be like, I'm getting smashed in the backline. You're like, okay, I need to go do that. But I guess it's also, if you're gonna play, it's so fucking massive, dude. It's so huge. It does look weird, dripped out like you would not believe, but it is, when like this, it looks crazy. This is wild. But when you start attacking and you look downwards, it's not as bad. It's still a lot of visual pollution.
Raid Nate said, oh yeah, it's my birthday today. Yo,
oh, happy birthday,
I'm officially
Raid.
26.
Oh my God, 26, man. That's a good year to be. I think, yeah, one more year till you start like kind of, it's harder to memorize
Lone
stuff.
Syndicate said happy
Learn
birthday,
stuff.
Raid.
Let's go. That's huge, Raid. Can't believe you didn't tell us that. Happy birthday, man. I'm happy we're spending time with this blade with us today.
234 said I'm loving Luna Snow's passive of marking an ally and healing them a small % of other heals.
Ooh, I didn't know that was a
Helps
thing.
when you dash around corners.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sure I'm being a pain. I forgot I have 2 seconds of downtime. Oh, we have some range characters, which is going to make my life a little bit of a hell. Oh, they immediately punch in the back line. Nice, Thor died. Try to work on Loki. Got Loki dead. I think they're all our Black Panther's eating everybody alive. Capping the point at least. We have a thank you, Storm. Woo! Oh, I didn't know my health was that low. Dang! Should have used my Storm Core. I was trying to save it.
The lightning of Asgard returns.
Oh, there's a Spidey also. Yeah, they got a bad. It's gonna be a bad time for our supports. Oh, come on. Why didn't I hit that shit? Oh, shit. Sorry, Emma. I tried to push him more into you. Oh, shit. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah. Shouldn't have pushed in that deep, especially when they're all right there. It's funny because that's one of the things. Also, we got killed by a fucking squid with fucking auto aim, dude. Damn it. it was also Hulk's like massive infused one. Horrible sentence also. It's like this is actually a game where I could actually kill Spidey when he starts to dive, but with Thor it's a little bit
GTID said
funky.
trying to get Can't Wave Band 2 with the reset on Monday since whimpering and elusive comeback.
Oh, careful, dog! Oh, no, I tried to trying to get Wave Band 2 reset on Monday with that for what? Oh, for GT. I see GT's talking about Wither Wave. Unlucky, rubber ducky.
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, when he killed the cats all, that's so sad, cat. These fucking ranged people, man. The bane of melee people. As makes sense, but still, damn. Yeah, we should probably wait till our team stacks up again.
Their team's capture progress is past the halfway point.
Again? Oh man, we have 2 seconds of delay. What the fuck? Why are you dead? Let's say, please die. You should be 2 seconds from death. Careful, Nong. You're right up on there. Hit him, please. Ah. Ah. Ah, fucking dude. It's so hard at Panther. He's such a tiny little guy. God damn it. They're so fucking tiny to hit with Thor. It's impossible. We also got a rat on the fucking field. Oh.
Control lost. They've almost got it.
My vigor returns.
Oh, where did you guys go? Shit. Yeah. I was trying to make my way back to the healers, but then I think they're jumping to the point. I whiffed a couple hammers.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Oh, I thought you were with us, Ray. Oh, that's my bad. I thought you were with us, but I guess not. Yeah. We have to. Yeah. Yeah. This is where like changing characters is probably a good idea because it's. But I don't know if I should. But yeah. Because they have Panther. I guess I'll just anchor it over the healers, I suppose. But I don't. Yeah. That's where yeah. I just think they have so much flankers. I can't imagine how bad how that feels. Also.
Mine enemies tremble.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Rip, good try. Yeah.
Okay, confession time.
For sure. I was gonna say. I don't think it's always the best idea though. Like again, even like our first games with Cap were pretty bad, but you play them long enough that we're like, okay, I kind of starting to remember what this character's limits are again. Where you can do something, where you can't.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission.
I got 65% of my ult. It's not much, not a very good ult. Unlike Caps, where you can actually like make a play or like take a make it so you can survive through strange ult and stuff like that. Caps is or not Caps. Thor's is pretty rough.
They've spotted us.
Some assistance, please.
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Maximum pulse.
Yeah, I'm waiting way too deep.
The lightning of Asgard returns.
A retreat would be wise. Be strong together.
Mine enemies tremble. The wrath of Asgard.
Ah, it's so impossible. Thank you. So impossible with those hits.
Tremble before blast.
That's possible. I might have just kill myself. God, I'm bad at Thor. I've played Thor so long. Ah, I don't have my fucking my max Thor storms. And he jumps away. Hammer got crashed. Yeah. Hey, there's no way. Yeah, I need. There's yeah. Sorry, I should. There's like a Thor's or not Thor. There's an Iron Man. So like I can't do anything in the Iron Man. I try to go help Alma too sometimes, and then our backline gets pushed. It's like I make the wrong choice in a lot of ways. I do have my ult. I'll try if I can just use. Man, yeah, that Iron Man is just eating for everything. I need to definitely learn a ranged character. Maybe it's Emma. I'm not sure if her thing will help though, because she has limited-ish range too. Yeah, that was tough. That was one of those ones where like, did we pop off that much in the last one where it was like, yeah, let's send up again, because I feel like the Iron Man was quite good, and so was the Spider-Man. I didn't see too often, but again, I wouldn't because I'm the tank and he would be going for me, but he would definitely go for everybody else. Yeah, I was about to say the Iron Man felt like he was going pretty hard in the paint. Well, he says, nah, I'm starting to see again but why I stopped playing, why it gets messy. What do you call it? I was gonna say I want to see what the support thing was, because yeah, I always assume that like what do you call it? Sometimes our supports just get like dogpiled on by the other characters. I guess this doesn't show you like what was like when they died, which is kind of the more helpful thing, so you can see where like you could be to help them not die as much. Because again, people like just like any other character is hard focusing supports. Yeah. Also, man, there was a couple times where we could have probably won. I think if the Iron Man wasn't there, because as soon as like Luna Snow would pop her ult, he just immediately fucking power bomb and shoot him in the chest and stuff like that. Let's do one more game and then I gotta use the washroom. Whew. Yeah, Thor's such a big target too. I think Thor is like, I feel like he's big into knowing who you can push in against, you know? Also, man, like I never thought about that, but what do you do against the person who's a flying enemy as a melee character? You know? Like I do have a ranged throw that I could have probably done and thrown and used. Bodhi says, I'm getting toxic. Oh no. Don't get toxic, Bodhi.
Lone Syndicate said, I mean, that's typically how matches go. You play the counter ult.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just feel like normally people shut down, it's helpful, like, if you keep dying to something, they'll be like, oh, I'll switch to the character that can kind of help deal with them. Like, you know, with Magneto, I believe, has, like, some range to them. Not a great deal. It can't do a lot of damage, but still. Emma now has a little bit of range where, like, now you can, whereas if you're a melee character trying to shoot, like, any of now the 3 flyers that we have, it's like, oh, well, I'm kind of just completely fucked, you know? In that case, I guess you could theoretically try to, like, take out the, like, things that you could do, and that would help a lot. That way you're hoping that your teammate understands, okay, now it's time, like, I'll help you, but you need to focus on that thing so I can now be any way efficient. That was a crazy concept that you're playing against fucking flying enemies as a melee character. Like, that's rough. I mean, it almost seems like it's broken. I'll go and take the off angle over here. See if I can get you an opening. I just leave as soon as I do that. I should not have activated that just yet, but it's okay because the people we're playing against is not the craziest. She's definitely been punished that whole time. I'll focus on this person right here. He's gone. Focus on you. He's dead. Oh, I fucking hit the wrong button, dude. The bane of me. You're right there. You don't have enough damage to kill me. The snow's right there. Shit, please enter. Oh, she didn't enter. I timed that poorly. Got her at least. Drop over here. Why was that not? I hit her, but it didn't hit. Oh, I am surviving on nothing but dreams and everybody who's healing me. Oh, I'm fighting demons. My thing must have went really down. Fuck. Nice. Good stuff. Woo! Go over here. Make sure they have to look this way. There's an Iron Man right up there. Before you can actually have that proc on me. Oh, I thought he pushed into the right. He did not. Where is he? There he is. Woo! Woo! Oh, I'd be stupid. I was, yeah. I'm happy I pushed him a little bit off my supports there. But that's kind of what I think I was supposed to be doing. Again, I think I'll probably see it afterwards, but it's like, I think Cap is supposed to be an off tank, so by me trying to like go back and help the support sometimes I'm out of my position where I'm strongest for my character. Trying to keep the support not in the same place. Come back here, get some healing. Push back in when she's higher. Nice. Good shit, Bolty. That's unfortunate. Tried to help. Wasn't able to.
I am more than just a trickster.
Oh wow, he probably fucking had a lot of damage in his back pocket. stuff. Oh no! We got pure chaos. He's so weak! Iron Man is unkillable! It's driving me nuts! I just keep having to push him off with my little hammer. Thank God this is a map where you're indoors most of the time. Woo! All back in my team now. All I can do is make sure he's not getting healed. Oh, that's kind of impossible. Oh, I'm getting sucked. Oh, I didn't see you pop your ult. I didn't hear it. Shit. Oh, this is such a brutal choke point. Ugh. Ah, it's tough. Well, I don't know if he cleared everybody out. Ah, he laser beams me. Why'd I come this way? I should have went the other way. Damn it. I went the wrong way, dude. Ooh, Scarlet Witch is also here deep. If I could just connect with these things, I'd be doing pretty good. I might be dead. I might be dead. I might be dead. I might be dead. Oh, he just fucked. That was honestly, I can't even be mad. That was an amazing Invincible Man play. Whatever his name is, fucking Stretchy Man. Brutal. He just absorbed my ult and just threw it back in my face. Can't even be mad. That is, yeah. Oh, I see a cat. Oh. Emma could die, but apparently she teleported away. Jesus. Ah! Nice. Came to the other side. Oh, come on. How did that miss, dude? Pain in the ass. Bullshit ass shit. Oh, we need to evacuate. We'll pull back a little bit. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
What battle can continue without Thor?
Get that vehicle moving again!
I think I heard Iron Man. She could die. Oh, she's so weak. What's her name? Could die. Careful. Oh, man, she could have died. Mantis. Oh, nice loan. I hope that hits.
Down to 30 seconds.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, dude, that's so shit. I'm snapping all over the place. Are you kidding me? Right as I'm using that.
Final 10 seconds. We are undefeatable.
fucking time to use that ult. Yee. Oh man. Yeah, Thor feels hard to play again. I used to play him a lot, so now I'm kind of there's moments where I'm like, I'm using his ult when I'm like, maybe we could get this kill. Like I thought that'd be a good choice to go for Invincible Man, which probably isn't because he can just turtle up. And also Diamond Lady
said that was a close
Yeah,
one.
it was definitely close. It's funny because I feel like we get into a good rhythm and then we get off rhythm. Like I feel like we were going in at they're like the wrong times, but like when we did go in at the right times, we just progressed really hard. So maybe I gotta pause, like hold the corner, wait, and then look until like I think Nong was also playing Venom. So I should wait for like me and Nong to both go in at the same time. And yeah, but I have to use Wash. I want to just play Cap to tell you the truth, but. I know there'll be a turning point, probably, hopefully. But we just got the skin, and also, but we'll probably have like 1 or 2 more games, and then I'll probably we'll probably move over to watching some cool content.
Lone Syndicate said I was fighting for my fucking life.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have seen. I forgot. I can't see what the thing was. I would like to see what you were being fought against, because like I don't know what you were, if you were getting dived, etc. Again, I probably, that's why like Strange and people love Magneto and Strange I think so much, specifically Magneto now a lot. It's because he can like turtle up with his supports and kind of keep people safe. Like I know that's something that tanks do, but I don't know if it's what off tanks are supposed to do. Maybe you can at moments, but sometimes I think you end up playing a weak job. You know, like you're stronger when you're actually like pulling all the other DPSs away from like the side point, making them have to turn to the right rather than shoot at your main people. Then trying to like fall back and try to keep your supports alive, because none of my abilities can really lock down except for his, which is the like stun thing. But then I have to connect with it, and dude, sometimes in that game I thought I was like on site, and I even accounted for the way like the hitbox being you have to aim to like the right a little bit, and then you go in, But it says, nah, I'm just mad. Yeah.
Catman 11234 said, speaking of cool content, there's a trailer for a new game in the videos tab. I'd love for you to check it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll check that out. Yeah. I want to go three deep on heals next round. You mean like have three healers? You guys, we could try. I don't know if it's exactly a healer problem. I think it's the at least in that last game, I felt like heals were good. I feel like sometimes
McFlufferkin said we had a spawn camping Iron Man from the start.
That what it was?
Killed me twice before you capped the first point.
Oh geez, yeah. I will say, man, the Iron Mans in the last 3 games have been like, damn. And I've just never fought against too many Iron Mans. I didn't see the problem, but like that is, they can like get away so quickly. Like it's almost like they're playing poke. Like that's the Iron Man tech that I've never seen people play, because everyone gets so kill hungry. But if you just like do enough damage, run away, do enough damage, you're kind of doing the tank role where you're just taking a shit ton of attention, and you have decent range, so you can like permanently be okay. And the mobility is crazy. So yeah, tough. And then there's moments where you can go in if you see an opportunity to push. Anyway, I gotta just watch them. I'll be back.
Lone Syndicate said wasn't getting dive there. Star-Lord wasn't really doing his job. Honestly, they made so many mistakes that game, like he got diffed so many times by me and got the nerve to say EZ.
McFlufferkin said he gets bonus health when he uses his armor overdrive, so he's more resilient than he's ever been.
Balti said fuck 'em Iron Man players.
has overshield? Damn. Yeah, see, man, also, y'all need to take a point of your boy choosing the path of peace. I have it specifically bind to a key, the hide key. That means hide chat. I mean, in-game chat. Whenever I'm like, I have my first game of the day, I hide chat immediately. I want any feedback, it's gonna be bad. Bang. Yes, there's time and place to take feedback. Okay, when you were like, I'm rusty, you don't need to see shit. Okay, I'm trying to have a good time tonight. Yeah, I have that bound and I don't look at it. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe people, I don't know. I don't think you get much out of people being like, easy. Hey, beating you easy. And you're like, dude, fuck you. You getting carried you start getting angry. I can't be about it. It's too much for my tiny heart. Yes, let us jump in. I will say, I do agree that I do agree Thor, his ult is like unreasonably garbo. Like just dog shit. Like there's so many characters that have movement abilities that can just walk away. Like even with his movement buff, they gave him theoretically more of that. You still have to stun them and like waste one of your cool abilities to like slow them down just to make the ult work. And it's not even nearly as good as Storm Thor, because at least good Storm Thor you can like guide the person forward. Anyways, let's go. One more of these games.
Lone Syndicate said, lol, wait, Grin.
Shit!
You have hide chat. No wonder you can never see our pings for help.
Wait, I can still see them. I can still hear them and stuff.
Pick your hero.
Well, I can still hear them and whatnot.
Villain.
And also, I only do it whenever I see shit's getting bad. Like when I tell people being toxic and stuff like that. Because I don't want to like promote someone who's being like saying the N-word. But like I can still hear when somebody's like when there's a ping sound, or like you're getting pushed by a melee person, you quickly tap ping. I can see that bit. Yeah. This map music is banger. Yeah, I can finally hear it now. I'm jamming in my chair. It's a solid ass soundtrack. It's good. I do see I don't know what the fuck this thing is though. I did see people looking at that. Guys, I'll be honest. I might jump ship. I might jump ship when it comes to playing Thor. Not like completely, but you know, just like Cap is looking fun. I'm not saying I'm like a god level Cap. I just played a lot of Cap yesterday, so I have like, at least I don't feel like there's so many times with Thor I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh shit. With Cap, that still happens, but at least it's less. You know.
I just want to carry on his work.
Catman 11,234 said, "Play who you want."
I
my
know,
man."
but we just spent $7 on this cool as hell skin.
2, 1.
3 heals or Venom? Up to you, man. You guys, yeah, you do whatever you want. We're just having. I don't like to overthink these things. Although it's probably nice. I mean, if you guys want to win, I'm not sure what the best strategic thing is. 3 healers does sound good, but also me solo tanking also sounds miserable a little bit. But yeah. Trying to make sure people are looking at me. I can survive this. I was able to get a pick. Storm can die. Got Storm. Nemore's dead. Oh, he's so weak. Fuck me. Fast little rat. Woo! Oh, you're with me, Venom. I didn't see that shit. Oh, Venom, you were with me and I let you die. I apologize. Storm, I'm the real god of thunder. Eat shit. Oh, thank God. Fuck you, Namor, you piece of shit. Will you be saved by the time you come down? Possibly. Possibly, yes. I'm just gonna take this. We're just causing disruption. It's your boy, Namor, and it's your boy, Thor. Low health AF. Let's get the fuck out. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh, thank you, God. Well, it kind of worked. Didn't work great. We'll go over here. Make sure they're looking this way. Oh, you're going deep, Venom. I think I do more damage than you can get healed by. Good stuff. Oh, fuck, there's a little fast little bastard. Storm, you're getting nibbled. We might get sneaked. Better be running. Just like this. I retreat. Nope. It happened real fast. This was in too deep for sure. Had a little bit of tunneling there. We're okay. I just trust that portal with my life. Nice. Moore's dead. Oh, thank God, some people focused it. Ooh, we got eaten by Wolverine. We just got clipped, boys. That was 3 tanks in one. That was a shish kebab if I've ever seen one. Hot damn. Pain, man, that guy probably just coomed. That was, oh my God, that was 3. Oh shit, what? I wasn't sure. I thought maybe that's what happened. That happened. That is wild. That guy, we just made him not kill himself today. That was that much dopamine, okay? Jeez Louise. Let's go over here. Pull people over to the right. Hey, Emma. Just gonna do one of these. Whoop. Oh, apparently I'm not, because my internet's dog shit and it hates my life. Please focus. Thank God. Yes, you focused on him. Oh, where'd he go? Good shit, Volty. Try to get the supports gone. I'm the worst. I fucking hate those ults so much. I hate that it fucking throws you 5 feet in the fucking air and you can't do dick off with it. It's dumb. It's bullshit. I know you can descend, but it doesn't matter because you start off like 10 feet in the air. It's so dog shit, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't make it do more AoE the higher you're up based on the distance that you're actually high. It's stupid. Jesus Christ. Also, I used it poorly, so I'm mad at myself. But anyways, good job, gang. Ah. Sorry. Sorry about that. That happened. I can't believe that one guy got him.
11,234 said, "Calm down, my main man.
Listen, man.
It just be a game.
It feels
So you have a
good
right to be angry.
to just lean into rage sometimes. I'm not actually upset. I'm more just like, you know what? I want to feel alive right now. Let me feel something. Instead of being like, guys, it's all gonna be okay. Nothing really matters anyway in the end of the day. That's a different type. You start to lead to depression via peace, all right? But good job. That was great. What do you call it? Yeah. It also was really nice. Bolty, I probably need to move more in line with when Bolty's going in as well, so keep an eye on Bolty. I will say, I do think they're... I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
3, 2,
Gnawing Fetus said chillax and chillax, my man.
Guys, I'm not actually tilted, to be fair. I am just having fun with the fact that it is fun. I'm sure I'm screaming at you, which is probably like you're hurting my ears, which is probably the problem, but yeah. I'm gonna go over here. Ooh, hello. Ooh, they went to the right side. That's so weird. Well, I just hijacked that man accidentally. Didn't do mean to do that. That was a mistake. Got him dead. Storm. She's dead. Good stuff, Bolty. And everybody else. I'm sorry, I only say Bolty because he's right in my vision right now. He's one who I can see. Oh, fuck. Think they'll come in this way now? I don't think so. I think they're still coming down this weird, like, to the right path. Yeah. I'll go to the right so that they look this way. Oh, maybe not. No, damn it, they didn't go that way. Well, you know how agile Thor is. We have like bursts of movement, but it burns my cooldowns. I can't see shit. I'm blind. He's very weak though. Good shit. Got him. Moore's dead. He's starting to come back to me, and everyone's playing really well. That's the main thing. You little rat. Why? Oh, he's lagging. Nonsense. We can't kill this rat to save my life. Jesus Christ. Also, he's snapping about. Nice. Bolty, this is hell for us. Bunch of ranged melee characters. Woo! Ah, my hip! Just my hip. Bolty, I think have to leave. Bolty can leave. Bolty! Bolty and deep! Bolty, I'm fucking king amongst men. Good job, Cat. Good. Cat was keeping him alive. I'm just sitting there watching like, buddy, I ain't going to that. I can't help you with that. I know Bolty has, or Venom has like an escape ability. That was good. Should we end it on a high note? Because that was good. I feel like we used our abilities good there. Woo! Man, I don't know what it is. I mean, I do find the thing that is like the hardest is when there's like, what is it called? Like when we fight a match like that, that feels so nice. But when we start fighting against like anything like the Spider-Mans or flankers, basically, it is hell. Because it feels like, yeah, like our supports just get severed. And you're as a tank, you're like running back and be like, God, please. And then you just watch them die. You don't even have the ability to keep them alive. You just watch them die. And you're like, no, please. Yeah, I thought, yeah, I feel like that's what I didn't want to say. The whole thing.
Bolty said I could let off some steam there.
Yeah. I was about to say, I didn't want to. Let's watch that game. That game was sick. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, I don't see any of them drawing any attention to our supports, and our supports are smart enough to know, like, you guys have been killed enough to know, like, we should probably play, like, really far back, and etc., and play, like, real safe. But yeah. Also, Fluff was eating there. Yeah, a little flanking position. Yeah, that map, that probably is one of the better maps design-wise. Honestly, the two new maps, I think, are like a new standard, and I hope they makes you look how shitty the previous maps are. You know what I mean? Because those maps are great. They got great lines of sight, great like ways of punishing, great ways for ranged people to succeed, great places for melee to like kind of stay in their strong spots, like inside these little doors. Solid shit lone. I'm really tempted that we just say we end on a high note. I don't know.
Said after playing all that rank, I've learned to not care about quick play as much and not take it seriously.
No, for sure. Yeah. Quick play is like the worst version of this game for sure. We can't play competitive though together because of console restrictions and stuff.
Catman 11,234 said that Wolverine did not like my freezes.
No.
McFlufferkin said, well, that settled what I spend my first costume coin on.
Well, that settles...
Oh,
the one?
said that, and I hung back with a heel most of the match, so it was groovy.
Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, let's see. That was Loans. This was Cats. Yeah, that felt... that was nice. I also think, again, dude, it's like I need like 4 games to be like... Right, that's where my limits are and whatnot. I wonder if I go back and play Cap now, if I'll just shit myself. Because I have no ability to perfectly adapt. Like I degrade by like 40% each time. It takes me like a couple games to get into that thing because I do feel like there was moments there where I was using my ability to stop making mistakes. I do think there's always moments where like it's tough because you're like, especially with Venom. But Venom is awesome. But Venom is like he has the ability to fucking leave, and Cap has the ability to jump, I guess. So it's not as quick as an ease of leaving. So I try to like get in there kind of close with Venom, and then Venom has like I can leave like miles.
Lone Syndicate said, not gonna lie though, that Wolverine clip y'all got a nice.
That was amazing. I can't even be mad. Like I think I was like full health, which is what kind of like what? He fucking did a lot of damage. And I'm like, did he have Mantis up? I don't or is he just doing that much damage? I mean, I didn't have full health also. Bolty up in here too. Yeah, Venom to me, the only reason I don't like playing Venom is like I've seen people play him. He seems really good, especially if you like communicate when you're gonna slam or something like that. But I don't really love like his hit is so unsatisfying. Because maybe it's more satisfying, but like if you miss a couple, it just doesn't feel good. It's like and you're like, damn it! And then when you hear like a full, it feels good, but like it's way too psychological for me. Where I'm like, maybe I should play him. I do think the next tank I'm gonna try to. Well, first of all, let me say this. Oh, good shit, Bolty, also. I was gonna say, yeah, fuck that Iron Man up, bastard. I was about to say, yeah, I guess you can kind of beat Iron Man as Venom. Yeah, you have some range. God, I need a ranged character. Anyways, I was gonna say, man, I didn't want to say this because I just didn't want to be like that wrong, and I've had some pretty bad takes when it comes to Marvel Rivals in general, like just being like, I think this is how it works, and it doesn't work that way at all. But what do you call it? I wanted to say like a couple weeks ago that I'm like, I think people are gonna say Emma Frost is Giga Broken, which is always the case, but I don't think she's as strong as people think she is. I wanted to say that. Maybe I did say that, but after seeing like a lot of people play her like these last couple days and her just get like in a lot of cases curb stomped. Like, it's not that I think she's bad. I just think she's a very particular kind of character in the same way Captain America is a very particular kind of character.
You can melee in between shots for more damage.
Yeah, I thought people like showed that, and it's like it's not as much of a thing as possible, you know. Nice triple kill, thanks, man. Mostly it was because everyone was weak, so whenever I do some triple kills, it's because of that. But yes, everyone did fucking crazy. Also, Lone getting 21 kills as Loki. Hot diggity. That's that meta grind. Guys, should we call it there and watch some memes and look at some stuff, or should we go again? I'm not a big believer in like, we only stop when we eat shit and die. We don't end on a high note. What do you guys think? We have we have the Bungie trailer thing to release again, says Lone. Okay, we got one again. I'll be it again. I'll say again too. But what else? What does everyone else want?
McFluffican said she's pretty well balanced. Her psionic form has short range on her primary, so you need to land her spear. Her diamond form is great for disabling one opponent, but she's mostly solo target.
Yeah.
Bolty said again.
Again! We got 3 agains. Nice 4. Again, also Cat says, guys, you're insane, but okay.
Gnawing Fetus said again.
Right. You guys are like in the heart of the moment. Like, I feel good right now. We're gonna do that again. And I'm like, dude, matchmaking is hell in this game. If you do good, the game's like, what if we put you up against like the most tryhard team you've ever had, or a bot that's on tier 7 and we haven't even showed you how good they are? Oh, I will say, when you win and you're dripped out, it feels better. But the whole time while using the skin, I glazed over. I don't even look at my character. I just look at my abilities and shit and trying to put in the right position. But when you do win and you do see your like ultra cool animation, that's nice. That's nice. I can flex now if anyone wants to do something specifically. I feel like everyone's like, meh, what if we just kept doing what we just did, actually? That sounds good. I will say, this skin is,
McFluffican said Punisher looked at his Thunderbolt's costume and simply said, upgrades, castle, upgrades.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I was about to say, did you that was what Fluff was alluding to? Fluff was like, I know where my coin's going. You put it into, what do you call it? I can't think of his name. God damn it. Fucking, the guy. Punisher. There we go. I seen a video the other day. It was so funny. Was like I think it was Moist Critical explaining how like the idea that Batman can't kill is actually amazing because it foreshadows his like mental instability and like is the inverse of Joker. So like Joker's an insane person and so is Batman. He's a billionaire whatever guy who like refuses to kill people even though it would definitely be a better off world. All that kind of stuff. And then people were like, yeah, it's like he's a crazy person. And if you contrast that with the Punisher doesn't have like any multi-book series of like a bunch of villain arcs. Why? Because Punisher kills whoever he is the villain and the comic book ends. Like, Punisher by nature cannot have a villain because he will eventually kill them unless there's some sort of copycat nonsense. Also, I definitely need to play into this. Good stuff. Luna's right here. Just fuck Luna's life up. There's no one healing you. We'll be able to melt you down. I thought we would. We apparently cannot. Die, you fat fucking tree bitch. There. Mother Mary. Woo! Oh, why? I'm hitting my... What? Why wasn't I able to get storm throwers going? I was spamming the fuck out of my thing. Oh, I must What? Oh, that's some bullshit, dude. My thing was, yeah, I didn't have my storm throws up, but in her playback I did. That's so ass, dude. Unless I just didn't, I misseen. We should have totally won that. That was like a, yeah, that's unfortunate. Healer's dead. Oh, you guys are getting eaten up by what's the name? Good stuff. Thank you for resetting my ability. She'll be able to die to this. Go back. Oh, I'm really low on resources. Did you guys get killed by what's her name? Yep. You sure did. I just seen. Oh, man. It's crazy that one fucking character like that could just eviscerate so much. And now they're not even focusing on good old Thor. Yeah. It's wild that like one flank can just completely cripple the backline because of one ult. Pain. It's funny because I don't think magic is like broken outside of that, but just like it's all it takes is that one character to have that one moment, and that's all it takes, you know. Ah, man, I don't know when it's like ours or not. I wish there was a sound cue that made it sound like more muffled or something. And maybe there is like a visual cue. I'm probably tunneling really badly too. Like my brain's not focusing on things. I'm trying to focus on like the support I'm trying to quickly get by.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Fuck me. Try to even slow her down. She just gets healed up so fast. Use her ult at least. Trying to make sure she's not on you, cat. She is being a piece of shit about it. Oh, she's so close. Ah, yes, thank God. Thank you for shutting her down. That's so cool. So cool of you. Good shit. Oh, thank you for the heals. That was a stupid mistake that you made me not have to be flawed by. That magic is doing so much work. Ah! She's so close to death, thank God. Both healers are dead. Ha! Thank you so much for our healers. Look this way. Look this way. He's so weak! Iron Man's so close to dead! I'm getting chokeslammed, thank you. Ah! I'll get you, you son of a bitch. Yes, I got you! I ripped you out of the fucking sky, you piece of shit, Robot Man! Not Robot Man 2. Whoa, I thought I'd be able to make it out. I'm not gonna be able to make it out. Oh, oh what? Dude, that magic is so fucking dumb. Ah, yeah, I think it's just she'll... And the only thing that I think maybe is... I don't know, probably not. I shouldn't even say that. I was gonna say that maybe the thing is to just like run at us. Because if you're playing too far back, then the magic can just stomp on you, and then you backpedal, and then I can't, like... Yeah, maybe not. That probably wouldn't work. Oh, man. Again, dude, I don't see her, dude. Maybe it's because we... I don't know. I just keep thinking it's ours. Like, I don't know why. I don't even think we have a fucking, yeah, our team. I forced that at least. Good stuff, good push. Is the magic behind? Shit, the magic is behind, but not quite the same thing. Good stuff. Oh, man. Boy. Ooh, I think, did they change the sound of the ability?
I require some aid.
Well, kill me. Ah. Magic's hard to 1v1 too. Thank you. Why? Hit the tiny little woman. Jesus.
Sorcery is no match for a good hammer.
We still got 150 minutes. Oh, I see. Thank you. Appreciate that. Who was that? We do have Lone. Maybe Lone just played Scarlet. Hopefully that gave her some distance clear there. Why is he taking damage? What the fuck, man? Man, is that ping? I was like dumping damage into her and then nothing happened. Was she getting like massively healed? Ah. Ah, well, we did pretty good at least at the end there. Not bad. I don't know if we have another thing that. Yeah, man. I just hate them so much. Like, maybe it's just because I don't know. I hate the flankers so much. It's fucked up because I play them. I know how much, but I never thought, like, I get if you play a support, you're fucking tired of dying to these sons of bitches. But me as a tank, it's like I feel like I can't do anything because I'm on the other side trying to like pull attention away. Ah! But anyways, great game. I didn't feel like that was bad, especially at the end there. We could have probably pulled through. Again, I'm not great with Thor as much as a Captain America, where I feel like at least when I'm doing what I'm doing, I kind of get like, yeah, with Thor, I'm like, I don't know.
Lone Syndicate said there is a sound cue for the enemy Scarlet Witch.
There is?
It's pure chaos. If it's a friendly Scarlet Witch, you'll hear the perfect hex.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I just haven't. Maybe it's just like it's such a rare thing for people to play Scarlet. That's probably exactly what it is. I don't experience Scarlet Witches that much because she was so bad, or people said she was so bad.
Said GRINN shout out to when you helped me 2v1 the magic. She loved to eat me sideways.
Dude, I tried and then I felt kind of weird because I was like not doing enough at like tanking. It felt like. So then I kind of started doing that more. Maybe that was the problem. Again, it's like that's the play where like if I did play a normal tank like a Strange or like a Magneto, then I would feel better about being like, okay, I'm just gonna like next time I dial switch and I'll play more of a character that's meant to like kind of shield your allies and stuff like that, or maybe just play Namor, dude. Like, yeah, maybe that's the play. Maybe I should just pick Namor as a DPS because like that's the only moment that I ever find. The only thing that's shitty about not playing Namor is we'd be swapping off a tank, and sometimes people like are used to having a sponge on the field, so that can have an effect. But that's the only thing that I really noticed that, like, to me, with the character pool that I play as, I just feel like it's such a common trope, which is like dive, where like I feel like it's super hard to play against with the tank roster that I have because none of them are like really good at defend. Honestly, the only one I can think is really good at defending against that is What's her name?
Lone
Cloak and
Syndicate
Dagger?
said I can send you a video on friend old voice lines versus enemy old voice lines. It's good to memorize them, so you never have to ask, is the my team ult or the enemy?
Yeah, that would be helpful. I'm not sure if I want to go that hard into like learning those things just yet. Yeah, this was a huge save. I cannot thank Kat enough. That was one where I was like, I should have been punished. I shouldn't have been this deep. Again, I should be. The video I watched where it explains stories, you're supposed to like get aggro and then leave, similar to Cap, except Cap has like the reassurance of a shield that like you can almost be certain you're going to be alive. So most of the time when you die as Cap, it's because you're trying to do too much. Like but as Thor, it's you're getting too greedy. Like you're trying to get one kill because you can deal enough damage, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm wondering if there was another character we should try to learn to play. Do you guys think that yeah, theoretically, what's her name could maybe, no, I think she falls more into the category of what I'm already at. I was about to say, did you guys think that Emma Snow could be like a protector kind of tank? She does have a shield. She does have the ability to stun enemies that are like pushing in on your support, which is kind of something. But I don't know if she has, and she does have a shield. She's kind of one of the weird characters where she does feel like she is too many things to where like she can be doing too many things. Also good play. Everyone's doing great. The playbacks, everyone's playing really well. Appreciate the res, by the way. Really appreciate that. Oh, dude, I wish I could see.
Flufferkin said Emma is less of a dive and more of a peel tank.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to learn her to stick with the objective or backline.
Yeah. Maybe that's not a bad tank to learn the other aspect of it. I did think that's why Bolty switched to Strange, because I think, and I noticed that we started having a better time because, what do you call it? Bolty was able to protect the backline while I was kept going forward. Well, dude, I can't even like. I heard people say that like a good.
Lone Syndicate said, I do wish I could control the angle the shield is placed with Emma.
Yeah, that'd be really nice too. Yeah, like similar to Strange, like what is his name? Invisible Woman.
Catman 11,234 said the res was an amazing play since I was mid-ult, so you guys reviving at low health were insta-heal.
Ooh, that was great.
Bolty said no, I just wanted to give Lone the team up he wanted.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh yeah, that'd be fire. Okay, yeah. Yeah, what do you call it, man? I was this point. I feel like we should like this up here. It was a 1v3, which I could have won, but my internet spiked because I activated my Storm Thor, but my Storm Thor weren't activated, and I was meleeing. But then when I seen the playback from the I don't know who it was. I think it was the Diamond Lady Emma. She seen me throwing Storms, but I was missing, so it was just like a bad spurt of lag. I could have fucking won that shit, dude. God damn it. Anyways, good game, guys. I want to have some time to react to some fun stuff because even though it's Sunday, I still want to have a good Sunday time reacting to some weird shit with y'all. But that was great, especially the last game. Even the last game, sorry, the last game, and even the last game. It was that was felt a little bit better. Felt like Thor again. It sucks. I probably should know that. Like it takes at least 2 or 3 games for me to get familiarized with the character again. Probably better to do that on my time. You know what I mean? A little bit of my time. Oh, Nog says, I was wondering why they didn't need my chain heals when I res them.
Lone Syndicate said Saturday.
Did I say Saturday? Or what did I say? Yeah. A little bit of Saturday hangout vibe. GG. Yeah, that was fun. Again, we ate shit a little bit in the thing. I think if we ever do this again, which we definitely will, I would like to play it like 1 or 2 days of Marvel Rivals for sure. I like it like this though, when it's like we sit down for like an hour or two and we try to give it our all, you know. And it probably, again, it would be nice to, like, again, I feel like I learned while I'm streaming. Like, I should have probably played 2 or 3 games beforehand so I can actually do that. But also, I want to hope that the next time we stream Marvel Rivals, I'll have squeaked in a couple games with Emma so that I can actually stream. Funny thing is, all of the streams were, like, they showed Emma. I played her for 10 minutes, if that. Because I have no idea how to play the character, and I don't want to learn on stream, as I always say, but she's very cool. We did get to play against her a ton, and that's the one thing that I've noticed is that Emma, to me, isn't as much of a threat as people were saying she is. Like, she's not, like, you can push on her, like, really hard, as, like, another tank, or even as a DPS. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. I did hear...
Lone Syndicate said, I can't wait until Grin goes on his support arc with Ultron.
Dude, a part of me does... Like, I want to, like, yeah. Like, I do want to... Because I feel... again, like, I say this, but, like, I like, there's times where, like, I know it's bad when you're getting, like, chain killed by, like, a fucking panther that's just got your number, or a Spidey, or whomever. I say I know, like I can envision, I could see how like demoralizing it is and how bad it is, etc. But I need to feel it. I need to feel it to understand how like what you guys are going through. It sucks that it's a month away or some shit, but still. Also, with me having finicky internet, that's probably a better role to be, because especially Ultron, where like you put down a heal drone, and then you have a laser beam, which laser beams to me are much more like they're more chill as far as like damage and like being able to pull that off than hit scan weapons and such like that. You have more opportunities to like line things up. But yeah, I think that's a good character to pick if you have Fucky Ping, which is your boy. So yes. But again, I think it is funny that I don't know if I'm going to be able to juggle 3 characters. So I really cap. And I'm going to try to be doing some Emma Stone stuff just to see. And that means maybe the character that we just bought the skin for is going to be put a little bit behind. We'll see. We'll see. The one thing I will say, dude, I have noticed to such a massive extent I didn't think 100 more health or something like that, 150 more health could make Captain America feel so different. It does. Like in a big way. I thought it'd be like, it's okay. It's a noticeable, like, I haven't died for like a solid 3 or 4 minutes. What is going on? You know, to where I probably should. I'm in too deep. I'm being stupid. I need to play aggro and not just kill. But yeah, that was the one thing I noticed yesterday that I wanted to tell you guys, which was like, I didn't think like, a little bit more health. Oh, it makes a lot of a difference. I'm not sure how it feels to play against.
Also, just to give you a heads in case Ultron can fly GRINN, don't think you're safe in the air. Even the melee characters can get up to you.
Yeah, but I think that we learned that unless you play a select few, that's tough. You know? Like, unless you're playing Iron Fist, that motherfucker's like a fucking drone that can just rip you out of the sky. But unless you're playing other characters, I don't think it's harder. Like, I know Magic can do some, like, cool zippies, but unless you're, like, really deep. But even if Ultron can fly... well, yeah, I definitely think they'll do if Ultron can fly, then they're definitely gonna do the same thing with ammo where he has limited range. Otherwise, if he can be like fucking a million miles back and just like laser beaming people and like just completely melting them down, that's gonna be tough. You're gonna get shot out of the sky immediately, because I think that's gonna be an annoying problem for people just being like, I can't handle this. This is annoying. I don't want this anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question, okay? A simple question, but a question, okay? Did anybody here fall in love with a game called Destiny back in the day, okay? Now, I know what you're saying or thinking, okay? You're thinking, I love Destiny. I love Halo. You know what I also love? Extraction shooters, where I feel the immense pressure of anxiety and all of the loot that I grab is now
Lone
deleted.
Syndicate said I did not grin.
I know what you're saying, Alone. You're saying, give me... not a looter shooter, but an extraction shooter. And also, have it be in the place of a Destiny 3, 4, 5, whatever the fuck they want to do next. Maybe a fantasy game. That'd be cool. A fantasy-type style Destiny. Anyways, not Rise of Iron, more on the fantasy side. And then maybe a little bit of tech. Anyways, not that. Instead, let us play an extraction shooter. And let us spend as much time that it would probably have taken, like 5 or some years.
McFlufferkin said extraction shooter, masquerading as a marathon reboot.
Yes. But the funniest thing is, Fluff, Bungie making like a cool RPG single-player game? Yuck. They don't have any track record of doing that well. Instead...
Lone Syndicate said, "Ooh, an extraction shooter. You got my attention."
Well, I fucking hate Lone. I'm sorry. I thought this was a pretty uniform thing where most people who like Destiny are like, dude, the last thing I want this company to make is a fucking tiny Tarkov-y nonsense thing. Make what you're like the best at making. Like, make what people love. This may be the best game on the planet. I just feel as a person, I have to say, this is like the biggest... Why? Like, even maybe not. We're gonna watch this 8 minutes. That's probably be an hour because we're gonna pause a lot. Probably shit on this. I don't know. Maybe it's great. This could be the game of my life. Okay, I don't know, but it's just not what I was hoping for when I thought Bungie, kings of looter shooters at this point, crazy good world building. Instead, it's like, dude, extraction shooters are just anxiety the house for me. Like, you don't get to keep any of your loot unless you do. And even if you get to keep it, it's eventually going to get shot out of your hands because you're going to die with the loot on your body. The extraction shooter thing is for the same people that love horror movies, and that's also why Lone's probably locked in. I don't know why you want to feel crippling anxiety for 20 minutes at a time. Ugh.
Catman 11,234 said, as a small boy, I liked your playthrough of Destiny, but I could never get into it.
Oh, really?
Also, I hate extraction shooters cause I want to keep my progress.
Exactly. Amen. I want progress.
McFlufferkin said the main thing they seem to nail is the weirdness that the marathon games have.
That seems cool. This one, the aesthetic is like, that's the thing that Bungie is always, that's the thing that's worrying me about this. I've seen some like people, content creators talk a little bit about this, so I don't know a lot, but I know some. And to me, it bothers me that like, so much of what like Bungie does, like Destiny, even if you hate the game, has some of the coolest and best gunplay ever. The world building is quite well done, and like the sandboxing environments are fucking crazy. The balancing on kit, the legendaries, kind of cool. It's good, but not like there's other games that have like had really cool legendary effects and such. Borderlands being one of them. Also, Kat, do you like Borderlands? Like, I know you never got into Destiny, but do you like Borderlands? Which kind of makes more sense because you can keep your progress and it's a little more like loot, like traditional looter shooter type stuff. But anyways, let's see what this is all about together.
Lone Syndicate said, I think I've played an extraction shooter, could be thinking of something else.
An extraction shooter is where you go into like a region, kind of like Fortnite. Except without the yeah, maybe not. Fortnite's a bad example. I just associate it with like you go into an area, you have to collect loot. Usually, they're like the area like gets more hostile over time, so you have an excuse to leave.
Said Bungie has always had weird decisions. They wanted to develop exclusively for Mac computers. I watched this and the gameplay summary before the stream. Prepare for feeling like we're on acid.
Ooh, that sounds fun. At least that sounds like again. I like the visual design. The thing that is holding me back from this is I hate the fundamental of extraction shooters where you can like you're supposed to go into this location, take out loot. You probably will die. You'll probably get your loot stolen. And then, but if you don't, then you'll be able to leave with it. Like the best example of this to me was The Division, where like at least you had the chance of progress. You just could never go into that fucking region with that gear. So like the idea is that like you could possibly, like it's almost like gambling. Like if you risked some decent stuff, you could possibly take stuff out and leave, but there was no real loss. The idea that they're like, I spent 2 hours barely making it alive with this cool sniper rifle. It's an exotic. Fucking let's go. Then you load into the map. You go to snipe someone. You get shot in the back of the head. Gun's gone forever. You didn't even shoot it, and you're like, what the fuck, man? Like I hate. And then they're like, guess what? The gameplay loop is do it all again, and you're like, I want to shoot you in the head. Like it's just agonizing. That's a joke. It's agonizing. The fact that they're like, you're telling me I get to work for 2 seconds of potential loss or potential kind of fun, I guess. What? Like what a bad deal. Let's lock in. This is a trip. Not actual gameplay. It looks like a loading screen. Game is in development. Do not judge us. All that. If this is anything like the Destiny trailer, this will mean nothing as far as the gameplay. Of course, it's a planet. Music is trippy. What is this? No. What is happening here? We have Mars-esque planet terraforming. We have a cute little bot. We have some beautiful mountain ranges. Who is paying for all this yellow and green? We don't do neutral colors here? Okay. Ew! Oh, that's awful looking. Is that a fake face? That doesn't look like a human person in there, although she has eyelashes for days. System style rubber seal grip. Okay. Are we watching stop motion? Everything goes to shit. Dude, sometimes... Sorry to pause it so much. Sometimes developers need to be stopped. Sometimes the most artistic people on the planet, you should not let them cook. Because they will make something so obscure and so psychotic that you're like, what does this mean? And they're like, you don't know? And you're like...
Lone Syndicate said, I mean, isn't that what most battle royales are at my oof?
Yeah, the thing I think is Battle Royale, the objective is to kill everybody and get as much loot and then kill everybody, and your loot's done. Whereas extraction shooters are like that, except you can leave, except, yeah.
McFlufferkin said the gameplay summary clarifies that you play as synthetic people.
Oh, like robot people or android type people? The baggy as hell Billie Eilish, am I right? What? Yeah. Baggy clothes. This is fun. Ooh! Didn't want to see, I did not need to see that. What the fuck? Okay, this is a vibe for sure. This is some Hideo Kojima shit, man. That's awesome. That's terrifying. I bet that's a boss. Alien, what color monsters? I feel not anxious, but confused. But I should feel anxious. Do you want worms to make your synthetic body? So wait, are we like putting chips into people's heads, like altered carbon, and now we are possessing a weird fucking worm monster? Ew. We've all been there, guys. Am I right? Am I right? You wake up in a strange substance covered with anyways. Brutal.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, too vast and trunkless ledge of stone.
Lone Syndicate said maybe it's because of the competitive nature in me, but normally when you put me against other people I can get into it. Like as someone who plays rank in games, I am used to losing progress.
Yeah, for me, I just like, it's like kind of the same reason why when we are on a losing streak and like people start being toxic, it just makes everyone kind of start to get a little bit like, I don't like this. Same thing was happening yesterday when we were playing with Raid, where Raid's like, I'm done. I'm like, I get it. That's the part that like I don't enjoy. Is like I don't like seeing what competitive games does to people in a lot of ways. Hell, it does to me sometimes. Shoot, for sure.
The trunkless ledge of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand.
Pancake ass. Can I get my model with a trunk on him?
Whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it's going to well those passions red which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, lifeless and the heart that fed.
If you guys could live forever, but you had to look like this, would you do it? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe if I'm old. If I get to 80 and they're like, this is an option, I'm like, fuck it. Take my mortal body. It looks like we're fucking cartoon, like, toys. looks like it's to a kid in a kid's imagination, like a bunch of fucking plastic men robbing the store in this apocalyptic world.
Welcome once again. Once again. Answer you shall, I mean, it feels just like what it is, right?
Cute, like the style. This is dripped out. Also, can appreciate the thighs.
Like $1 trillion. Like $1 trillion. Sakaguchi Genetics sent a reminder. Your shell repayment.
I was gonna say, does anyone? I both like the style of it, but I also it irks me a little bit. It's kind of like when you see the like fashion shows and they're wearing stupid shit, but then there's sometimes we're like, that's kind of cool looking. But yeah.
And will be charged against your line of credit. Yeah, I know. Do you mind if we skip the formalities this time? Got a big contract waiting down there, so. Understood. Let's proceed with your grounding exercise. Are you familiar with this item?
Lone Syndicate said off topic, but Wild's update. Currently in Chapter 2, I've fought a dragon and made a really cool sword from its remains.
Ooh, you getting after it? Lone has like, man, I bet it's going to induce nostalgia. Lone is single-handedly going to pull everyone back to Monster Hunter, even though they're already probably locked in again.
Bolty said smash.
Smash? Bolty? Guys, that's the true question. Thank you, Bolty. If this is like in 2 years, this is an AI assistant, we'll say, and it costs $10,000, would you still say, I'll buy it? What is this, a tiny hand?
Yeah, it's supposed to be my lucky charm.
A baby foot? What the fuck?
McFluffikins said, I'm getting a bit of a ghost in the shell and system shock with this visual style. Also a bit of a reminder of Bungie's anime game Oni.
They had an anime game Oni? I don't know about that one. Huh. Lone says, deal. I mean, if you, dude, this is the cool part about the AI thing. If you could like drip out your like AI person almost just as like an extension of stylization for you, that'd be kind of sick. Sounds kind of fucked up because like you're, yeah. But Chapter 2, it's like 3 hours or something, right?
That's my lucky charm.
Was that from Monster Hunter?
Yeah. It's supposed to be my lucky charm.
I'm not seeing a lot of hair changes, like hair length changes, which is not great. So I have a feeling that or if you look like a normal guy, it's going to be an exotic gear, and everyone's going to look derpy as hell as the base. You know damn well you're going to hold up that shield, no one's going to get behind it, okay? That's kind of cool. Why do they stop shooting?
Bolty said Hadada bots are already real, but I would only make it a deal if they are like in my Doijins.
Relax. Relax. Yeah, but to me, that's like this is a good baseline of it. Still looks very robotic. Like, I don't think anyone's like, that's a person. Whereas that still irks me about the weird bots. You see like weird like deep dives and like fucking, I don't know who does them, but they like go to Japan, they see a bunch of these like, and then they like grab their mouth open and it jiggles a lot and you're like, ugh. Just fucking get a flashlight or something. I don't know what do it something else than this. This is like $1,000 too. Yeah. Whereas this, it's like, dude, that could be a friend. What if you had a fucking friend that looked this cool? Also, like a lot. Honestly, probably too much.
Can you identify her? Yeah, that's my mom. That's your mother. Your mother. Now, consider this. Do you recognize this child?
Why does she look so different?
I don't know. It's you.
What? Really?
Is she piloting these things or what? Art design is awesome. Again, it's such a shame that's like it's just a map probably where you're gonna go in this, spawn in, look around for 2 seconds, you'll probably get shot in the face, die, have to do it all over again. Opposed to I just want to exist in this world. This is nice. Why can't Bungie make like a true RPG? That'd be fucking peak. Anyways, this is cool. It looks nice. Very weird shit, like floating rock clusters and stuff like that.
Hey, what's that you're always
The music is
into?
nice.
Worth anything?
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Cool voice actor.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
Do you think he's a 10 and she is like a 3? Sorry.
It's not my business.
And this music is. You'll have a tough time finding a buyer.
Good. It's not for sale. Give it to me.
She's the thighs make her more than a 3. But anyways. Oh, look at that! Invisibility. Okay, so he's the stealth class. There's classes, I believe. Unnecessary front flip. Or that. That bitch has my music. That's cute. She's just sitting down. A goth and a punk rock chick. Damage. Just a lot. But Bungie is so good at music. I fucking love the soundtrack so much already. It's so weird, but like nice. I get Brink vibes, but I know that's not it. Dude, I wish Brink had another shot. I wish like a new developer tried to do what Brink did, but well. Murdered. They got Stormtrooper A, man. Is he gonna save her? Oh, his music!
McFlufferkins said a goth and a punk walk into a hot topic. They both like the same music.
Yes, and then they both beat the fuck out of each other. I don't know. it's a bunch of it. Anyways, ha! Wait, what does that say? Marathon. Escape will make me God. Escape will make me God. Yeah. Until you go in there with your God item, and then somebody who's much better at you, wearing fucking no pants or no armor, domes you in the head and loses your God weapon. Oh, her head's intact. That is mine.
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Despair. Nothing beside remains. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck.
At least they're not hiding anything. They're like, you're gonna get killed. You don't even know where it's coming from. You're gonna lose every bit of progress you ever have. This is the extraction shooter experience. Yeah.
Boundless Ozark, boundless, alone and level sands. Stretch.
It is nice. It's a really well-made trailer. It's interesting, curious, confusing. Makes you kind of wonder what the hell this is all about. Cute. They look.
Do you recognize this child?
I don't know. Is that me?
I don't know why. That's charming. I'd watch a Netflix series about this shit, man. That's actually a really cool expression. I'm not sure what tech they're using, but that's really well done. I want to watch that again.
I don't know.
McFlufferkin said Q2 red dude standing in a gulch asking, you ever wonder why we're here?
That's really well.
Volty said it's like Severance.
Yeah, I was about to say that was cute. I still don't know the fucking lore. Are we like I guess a point. But are we like a person who they're trying to like is a machine trying to convince us that we're like still human and we've kind of forgotten we've been alive for thousands of years and all that shit? Who knows? But I will say, let's see some gameplay before I say too much shit. But that, again, Bungie, say what you want about Bungie, man. Bungie is wildly good about atmosphere and tone, like wildly good. Yeah. Is this the actual gameplay? Yeah, this is where I can actually see what the gameplay looks like, which is neat. Watch the full trailer now. So this is the actual gameplay. Again, Bungie, just like fucking Blizzard at this point, just become an animation studio and make TV shows and such. So this is a hero shooter, kind of, or not really a hero shooter. Think of like Siege, where like you're playing different like role classes type stuff. I'm not sure if you can make your character look like different things. I imagine that's probably the case. Executed. I think he's the stealth guy. She is the movement character, I think.
All things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
Music looks cool. The guns look familiar, but not quite the same. The music goes hard. I fucking love it. The music is sick. Little heal, little stim. Music's really good. I'm not reading the subtext, by the way. Probably should. We have a shielder. If Fluff ever plays this, we know who he's playing. Wishlist it now on platform.
McFlufferkin said some of the guns are reminding me of Cyberpunk 2077 and even a bit of Starfield Arsenal.
For sure. No, I get it. It definitely looks like it's a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff. It's coming out 2025 September. There's also an early access alpha thing, I think, eventually, which is something it does look like a good game. I don't know, like at a certain barrier of entry, like especially in the extraction shooter genre, I don't think there's like a level of quality AAA stuff we usually experience. Usually it like happens over time, and even then, kind of. It does look good. The soundtrack sounds fucking really cool. The design is through the roof. Like the artist team just fucking coomed everywhere, everywhere. But it sucks because like, and again, this is something I want to say first, like right at the hop. This could be one of the best games that like takes the world by storm. Bungie has the talent.
Said there's an overview trailer I linked on Discord. GRINN. It explains a bit more.
Okay, maybe we should watch that. I was gonna say, this could be like the ultimate. Like Bungie does this a lot. Where like you're like, I don't know how that could possibly work out, and then it's like the best thing ever. So yeah, like I don't know. Is this in the thing? It is. I think we watched the short. I think. Right. I think we just watched that one. Unless we didn't, but let's see. Let's see the true overview. Thank you, Fluff. I thought that was all up on that channel we just looked at, but I guess not. But yeah, the TLDR that I get is that it looks like a great game, but it also irks me that it's like in such a, I don't know, man. I just really want Bungie to make a RPG. Like I think like they already kind of have they do that a little bit, but like just having them like do this, but like on an open world scale where they can just design their heart out and actually have like fun things. I just don't think it's. I think they're like a money-based company. Dude, the fact that Destiny is making like ludicrous amounts of money, especially back in the day of Destiny 2, and it still wasn't enough. There's a problem at Bungie when it comes to money management for sure. Oh, I hit play. There we go. Here we go. Marathon. That's Bungo. Let's go. Is it too loud also? That's okay. Gameplay overview. Helpful. So yeah, it's same by the way, like there's robots. I've seen that where like apparently the AI in this game is really difficult to actually kill. So it's not like your normal extraction shooter where like you're just gonna run by and kill the AI. They're quite lethal.
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats.
Weapons are fun.
To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple.
Every weapon looks like they're like fucking Lego pieces and shit.
Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive.
Yes. Extraction shooter.
Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs.
McFluffican said the game really makes you feel like you're running a marathon.
I will say, man, the thing, like if I could what's the word? If I could compact what I feel, it looks like a really good game. It's not for me.
Said, can I show off a WIP, work in progress, of my fan art of Trigger?
Yeah, well, we'll show it after we're gonna watch this. Yeah, we also gotta watch the thing Cat wanted to see.
Runs as you grow in power and fill your vault. Death is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents, and in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top.
Maybe.
And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight. Bungie
what does
brings
that
its
mean?
best in fight. Factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
I hope that's not some weird like pay-to-win thing.
Bungie brings its
Probably
best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights.
I need cool builds.
Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how.
The video is going to be cool for this.
Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot.
Oh wow, so you just pick them up like that. That's wow.
If you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill, to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner.
McFluffican said extraction shooters. I hear you like gambling. Have you ever thought of gambling with your life?
That's a good comment. I was going to say, yeah, man, to me, I was about to say something. I forgot what it was about to be. What do you call it? Yeah, I can't fucking think what it was.
No two runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive.
Maybe it was just that the
Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen.
The videos
while
are gonna be
you're
really cool with
chasing your
this.
objective.
Like, I follow a lot of channels on Destiny that are like insanely like a big Crucible people, and that's the one thing that this game does have going for it, is it's just a PvP game, so it's not, well, kind of, but I think it's still scaled in a competitive way instead of a PvE way, trying to make like bosses not melt so fast, stuff like that. So hopefully the balancing will be better here than in Destiny.
Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies.
That's cool.
Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews.
This seems fun.
Running support for your friends. Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need.
So Glitch is like a support.
You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination.
Oh, so you did three of the same character?
Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4.
This is the other thing that people were saying. I think I was watching an Asdacross video where he basically mentioned something like this, where basically, unlike other extraction shooters, there might be certain things that are like, like Destiny is like has a bunch of raids that have like special codes that you need to input to actually be able to beat certain things to get better loot.
Catman 11234 said FF fast support, speed support, you.
Okay. Ooh, you tell me she's a speedster kind of thing. But I was gonna say that, yeah, to me that's something that people mention, is that like this game may have like rooms that have like special locks or codes that, like, if you know raid logic type stuff, where you're looking for certain shit or you mapped out those kind of things in your head, you can then get access to these points, and it might be actually valuable for you to, like, if you don't want to go through all that shit, to like wait for someone to unlock the door for you, then go and kill him, take his loot, things like that. Which already kind of has some extraction shooter stuff has that. But
you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
It's a good marketing push, man. It looks like a game that looks polished. It looks like it's got character, it's got design. It's just in a medium that I can't see myself loving. Like, I've always loved looter shooters. I've always loved first-person shooters. So like I knew I was gonna like Destiny. Maybe I'll like it, but I'm not a big person that like seeks out discomfort, like in that sense of like anxiety and stuff like that. Where like me like losing all my progression after like grinding for 2 hours. Like that's the reason why I don't like a Monster Hunter World freaked me out a little bit. Is because I didn't like the idea of maybe having to dedicate like 7 or 8 minutes or something only to have it flush down the toilet. Now I know you guys say that that's probably less likely to happen. Yeah. I know. I'm just saying that was my original feeling. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you guys feel about this? Would you guys ever rock Marathon, go through and have a good time with it? I don't know. I genuinely, like, I just am not a big multiplayer, like, versus people player. I kind of want to just sit back and enjoy my time. Like, there's so many RPGs that I still want to play. Anything VR games. Plus, it does look like it's good if you even have the slightest enjoyment for these types of games, like extraction shooter stuff. I think it definitely looks like a what is it called? A AAA version of that? Maybe we'll see how stable the servers are day one and stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. I will most likely play it, says Bodhi. Ooh, Bodhi's locked in then. Wyan is one of my favorite extraction shooters. Wylan? Okay. William? I have played Tarkov with my friends before. Yeah, see, that makes sense. I think if you had like a 3-man group that you were locked in and playing, I think it could be better. But I don't know. This is the thing that's tough for me, man, is I don't know how successful this will be. Again, Bungie's probably bad idea to bet against Bungie, because Bungie is typically really good about like just carving out a path for themselves. But to me, unlike Destiny was like a really easy sell. Like, you just like, hey, if you have a girlfriend, if you have a friend that doesn't even play games that much, he can walk you through it. He can carry you. There's enough weird stuff with that where you can actually be pretty efficient. You grow together. You can like just do like tiny strikes for like 10 hours if you want. If you don't want to do any of the harder stuff, you can kind of get by. But this game, not only are you going to be like I just think the player base is going to be smaller, and I don't know if that's what Bungie is looking for with their next big game. Like, I think they're looking for like a money dump, and I don't know if this is going to be it, because how many people are going to be satisfied after getting like eviscerated by people? That's the only thing I could see, is if they have some sort of giga crazy matchmaking where like they adjust, like the matchmaking adjusts the AI difficulty and the people you're playing against to be really, really fair. But I can't see how this is going to be like extraction shooters by their very nature are like already like a lot of pressure. Like they're put strain on people who just want to have a good time and not have to be too good. Destiny's a good game where like you can give it to anyone and usually they'll be able to kind of like enjoy some parts of it. This is a game where like unless you're really good at aiming or movement or things like that, you probably are going to have a harder time sequencing things. Now maybe the supports are godly and that like the character that's the thing that person can play if they're not so gifted with aiming and stuff like that, a little bit older or whatever their circumstance might be. So I don't know, man. Definitely looks like a fun time. I don't think if you're...
McFlufferkin said Sony wanted to go all in on live service games, acquired Bungie with that goal in mind, and this is what they put in the oven.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a fluff. I think our probably knows this, but there's like a whole bunch of lore behind that, where like there was a guy who worked at Bungie who was like, basically what they were trying to do is overinflate the value assessment of Bungie. So this guy promised like so much extraction shooter stuff, and it promised like, yeah, we did Bungie, or we did Destiny, so we can make like 7 more of those. And he even told people who were working on like The Last of Us, like what it would take to like maintain The Last of Us multiplayer game, and they basically just scrapped it because what that guy was saying that you need to do in order to maintain that was just like not worth it. And then we never got to see that like fun Last of Us game, which is shit. Anyways, the dude ended up making like a bunch of promises to Sony about a bunch of these games, and none of them really came to fruition. And people were like, I really hope they make like a Destiny 2. And instead, Marathon was one of the ones he greenlit. So many he greenlit, and all of them got canceled more or less because they just couldn't do it. That's like a probably really quick synopsis of what happened. But TLDR is like, this is what we have now, which is a shame, because like I wish that didn't happen, and Bungie got to do 2 games that were like different. Like I would have been fine. Honestly, if we never got a Bungie or Destiny 2, 3, sorry, whatever, like a sequel, it wouldn't have been a problem. I just would have liked to have something that was similar to Destiny to play, because this doesn't look very similar. I mean, I guess it does in a lot of ways, but it doesn't have the same like reward systems that I liked about Destiny, like where I like can just sit down with my friends, play it, get some stuff and leave. Because I like, again, it's weird because like that's something that I've always felt surprised by, is Destiny like fervently held on to the Crucible, and the Crucible does have a value, like it has stuff, but everyone, like if you look at player completion, everyone plays that game for PvE stuff. So for them to go all in on what is essentially a hyper PvP game, with, again, there's AI that are apparently difficult, but I still think unless you make a game mode that's just the AI, yeah. I mean, that could be an angle, where if you had like a PvE game mode where you're just fighting really difficult AI, but like at least you can gamify them versus players. Because I think that's honestly the thing. I think most people just dislike playing against players because players are way too fucking cunning. Like, at least AI, you can kind of parse out, like, I made bad choices and I lost. With a player, like, dude, how am I supposed to know that a fucking guy is camping behind one corner of the map that I have not seen because the maps were huge, and then I get shot in the back of the skull? Like, that's the shit that people are like, come on, man. Or some fucking kid in Korea who's playing nothing but this game for 7 hours straight. You're like a fucking old ass dude playing it, and you're like, I can't even enjoy these games anymore because I'm degraded, I'm a has-been, I'm washed, and I'm tilted. Okay. But yeah.
McFlufferkin said, gonna say it, with how that short was, this is what Sony should have submitted for the secret level episode, and not Concord.
For sure, yeah. Well, I didn't hear anything bad about Concord just yet. Like, I didn't hear people say that it was terrible, but maybe it was. I didn't check it out yet. I was going to say, did the... this is a brand new thought that popped in my head when I was playing that... when we were playing Marvel Rivals. Did that in Fantastic Four movie actually come out? Or was it only announced? Because if it came out, I didn't hear anyone talk about it. Like, at all. I still think Marvel's in one of those things where like they just whatever they do they'll win. Like even if they get a bad movie launch, it still makes shit tons of money. Because it's kind of like COD, where people are just like they enjoy the comfort of superhero movies at this point. I was gonna say, Kat, where is the game you wanted to post? It was in the share GRINN or the gaming tab. Perhaps it was the gaming tab. Oh, look at these characters looking fucking cool as hell, Kat. Boop. Where is it? Where is it? Ooh, there's so much stuff here. Did I pass it? No, I don't think I passed it at me. Ooh, it's another game.
Catman 11,234 said gaming or videos. I tagged you.
Okay, I don't think it's in the gaming tab. I think it's probably in the video tab. It might be in the gaming tab, actually. I might just not have seen the pin. Yeah, it's definitely probably in the gaming tab. Oh, wait, no. Is it called Morbid... Metal? Is that what it's called? Morbid Metal? Oh, I've seen this shit. Yeah. You trying to pull me back into a Let It Die type vibe, Cat? You motherfucker. I gotta use watch my back. Piss counter goes up. Ooh. Perhaps I should put something on screen that's not nothing. Enjoy this cool Hogwarts Legacy thing, VR thing that I have to watch later. I don't have to, I want to watch it later. Anyways.
McFlufferkin said I've got Naraka. Blade Point playlist sent your way, GRINN. Alongside 2 sessions of Wild Assault coming up soon, but won't be ready until next stream.
Hell yes! We got plenty of gameplay. I can also go back to your catalog you give me, so we're going to be good for that.
Catman 11,234 said, just because you're done playing Let It Die doesn't mean you can't make content for a different game for 2 years and get trapped into a loop of dissatisfying videos heart.
It is true.
Said PSPSPSPSP.
Hey, I'll also do this like so cool again. This is like you need a fucking gay PC to make it, but first person VR Hogwarts Legacy would hit so hard. Let's see. Also, Lone said want me to show me his art. Let's see. I should have checked this out beforehand. Damn, Trigger looking crazy. I can't even imagine if there's gonna be some detail here. Anyways, looks crazy. Lone. I think I like the little smiley face here. I don't think it's meant to be a smiley face, but yes. I also imagine Fluff approves because he also is a trigger enjoyer / haver. But let us see what Morbid Metal. It's Morbid time? Are we Morbid? We're gonna morb all over this. Okay. Let me get the whole experience here. Morbid Twisted, Morbid Twisted, was it? I don't know. Morbid Metal, there it is. Fire, dude. Samurai Techno. Ooh, I did see this gameplay clip come up, man. Ooh! We are in the cyber era, guys. Mid-ages? Who? Robots in old space technology, yes. Also a little dab of like drip from the past. Rural Japan drip, essentially, yeah. Ooh, the soundtrack goes hard too. I don't know what I watched, but I like it. Do I like that it looks like a Souls-like type shit? Have I ready to have my balls crushed? Never is the answer, but you know, it looks cool. The style looks fun.
McFlufferkin said, give me more sci-fi with melee-focused gameplay and I'm yours.
Give me more sci-fi with man, I don't know. Man, I like sci-fi. I just always feel like sci-fi is underused. Like the aesthetic is hammered home, but then like the fucking aspect of like the only one that really did sci-fi really well to me is Bungie. Like at least they made like they're like, hey, let's make space powers a thing. Let's give like fucking weird nonsense in that regard. But most of these games just have like an aesthetic, and then there's no real like.
Gnawing Fetus said, "Amen, Grin. IDK what I saw either, but I like it."
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Is it? This is the gameplay thing where like it looks like it's Actually, no, it looks kind of really unique. It looks very similar to like classic arcades with these boss fights where like there's throwing a bunch of shit at you, you can dodge it, you jump around, zip around. It's actually similar to a game that I've seen beforehand, which is like it came out a while ago where you play like this girl who's in like a space age planet, and it's very similar to like classic like Space Invaders type shit where like you're trying to invade or trying to like dodge all these like little wave of orbs, and but it's like third person, you're like jumping over them and shit. It kind of looked neat. I forget what it's called though, but it was like you play like a lady on like a space planet or some shit. But yeah, it looked neat. It looks similar to that, except instead of a lady, we're playing a Giga Samurai robot. Yes. Is it because like we're in the age of AI and shit? Until we get actual robots within our real life, I don't know, man. It just has me yearning for a world where that's kind of cool. You know, we have a robot friend. I did see what this game is. I did hear some information about it. It is a game where basically you're I think it's like a roguelike, but you basically like grab the bodies of other synthetic robot things. So like there's the monk guy with the cleaver, then there's that fast little guy with the hoodie, that guy, the green guy, who you play. So you basically like collect hero vessels, and then you can like swap them. So that's kind of the idea. The issue I have is it's a roguelike, which maybe it's just me, man, but I like the older I get, the more I like enjoy a game that like I can see my investment. You know what I mean? Like I can see my effort go up. Unless the game has to be like fucking S tier. Like Marvel Rivals is a great example, where like you don't really much progression there, but at least it's so good. Like the gameplay is so good, and the combat and stuff like that is so good that you're kind of like, I guess progression is not the high need. But that's because every other thing is like S tier, that it makes the like other parts less shit. You know? Yeah. But I like it. I like good suggestion, Cat. Do I have anything else I want to show you, or should we just ramble in the background? I don't think so. We checked the marathon one.
Catman 11234 said, I'll deal with roguelikes if they have progression systems that reward good runs like perm buffs.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't dislike that either. But Kat, have you ever played a game like Power World? I wish most games had that kind of progression, where like not only do you have, in fact, I wish they had more progression. I wish Power World has like a skill tree. And has like the enhancement material skill tree based on like you get into certain tiers. I wish they had both of those things. Instead they kind of don't. But what was I here for? Oh, I want to go to Fluff's. There it is. Blade Point playlist. Let's have that in the background for a little bit. Ooh, there's a man with his tummy out. Pepe gay. No, I'm kidding. Is he Wukong? I don't know. But let's rock with that. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Oh, it's been a good week, man. Solid week. We got a lot done. I'm sorry for like the smaller streams, but I feel like when we're playing Rivals, we're all just exhausted afterwards, because it's like we have to actually not even just talk, but also play, and it's so many other layers to things. Also, maybe we should jump to some gameplay just to self-edit there. There we go. Returnals, that's exactly what it was. Thank you. Yeah, Returnals. That was the game I was thinking about. Warframe Fluff always comes back to Warframe. Fluff says Warframe is hardly melee focus for me. Yeah, well, dude, more Warframe does have some nice melee though. I think Warframe also has a nice movement. Honestly, dude, I don't know if this is a fucked up take, but I feel like the Warframe devs should work on another game. I think they kind of have, but it's very similar to Warframe. Honestly, I think at that point, like, Warframe devs are pretty tried and tested in a lot of ways, where I wouldn't be upset if they did something kind of like not spacey and more like fantasy. I kind of, I know it's just say the same thing, but that's kind of what I want from Bungie as well. Also, I just feel like I feel like we're getting drowned by spacey stuff. We're getting Outer Worlds, which is space entire. We're getting, what is it called? The Bungie or Destiny we already have. Warframe we already have. We have so many like sci-fi based games. We don't have that many good like medieval games.
Lone Syndicate said I am
melee
doing
realistic.
great. GRINN had my internship today. Also did some more studying on rigging, learning still how to rig the eyes.
Ooh, that's good. So how would you use like probably like what do you think 50%?
McFlufferkin said this is Tumulch. My main from when I first played Naraka before on Game Pass and prior it going free to play. I came back to it the other day, and one of his premium outfits was a really deep sail.
Ooh, that's good. I like the cursor. Got a Monkey King vibe. I gotta go down deep. Bye, cat. enjoy. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Never played Power World. Yeah, well, dang, that's tough, man. Because like to me, Power World is like the game that I like as far as investment goes, and it's tough because like there are games like Conan Exile. I do know there's also like a Dune version of that too, but none of them have like done what Power World has done to me, which is like Power World also has like a very fun mechanic that's like a part of it, like the fact, and it's also like it plays into the same idea of like progression and like this infinite playability essentially for you like getting the optimal whatever. So it just really kind of works in a weird way. Whereas a lot of these other games that like be like, yeah, it's like Power World, except people are gonna rob you, and you have to be on a server, so you have to like pay for a server or get robbed every waking moment, like Rust. And also, maybe there's like a cool mechanic where like you summon giant like god bosses, but they'll basically try to kill you and break all your shit. But maybe if you kill them, you get a weapon, I guess. It's just like
McFlufferkin said, "This is why I want very specific types of sci-fi games, not just the genre in general."
Yeah.
Shadowrun and Phantasy Star, ideally.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I would like the, yeah. It sucks because, like, I would have loved that version of Bethesda Starfield. Like, can you imagine, like, a Blade Runner version of Starfield where it was just more of that type shit, like weird, super weird space age shit rather than, like, some sort of weird colonial, barely progressed kind of thing. Like, half in the future, half out of it. I don't know. Like if you're gonna do sci-fi, but go hard in the paint. That's what frustrates me a lot about fantasy games or like old back in the old day kind of stuff. But like a lot of games that are set not in sci-fi, but in like the past. I guess fantasy is a good way to put it. They all have an angle of like realism or something like that, where they don't have as much silly fun as I wish they would have. And the games that did were like my favorites, like Oblivion. Fucking loved that game. It had so much silly fun, and it was like somewhat had like references to like grounded combat and the swordplay and stuff like that. Skyrim became more like, Skyrim felt more less silly and more grounded, like trying to be more like realistic in a weird way.
McFlufferkin said, I think these first 5 matches were played during Thursday's stream, so some pauses are when I was communicating in this chat.
That makes sense. So if you die here, it's because of me. I asked you a question and you're like, It's also funny to see in like, like if I ask you guys something, this is like proof of being like, hey, I can't reply immediately because we're juggling things. As you should. I also lost first 2, which was which aren't flattering when these are easy bots. Matt, dude, especially when you're watching a stream, you're having a good time, unless you like try hard, and even then, that's kind of cringe. Anyways, I don't think you gotta prove anything. It's cool though that you probably are getting back in the swing of things, and that probably is nice. Feels nice when you actually kind of get to your rhythm again. But on a side note, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of wanted the challenge of rambling at you about the book I read, and I'm reading, and I'm researching, and I'm dedicating time to learning it. So if you wouldn't mind, I would like to ramble at you about it, and probably butcher I'm gonna do great. We're gonna do so fucking good. I'm gonna kill this shit. Yes. Let me caffeine myself up. That's maybe a worse idea. To caffeine myself up before I try to explain some of the stuff. Ooh. But man, what do you call it? My whole week has been that, which has been awesome, and I'm kind of getting close. I still think I have like a whole week in my head still.
Ignoring fetus said, "Go for it."
I was gonna say I still have a whole week that I probably have before I start getting like fatigued, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm starting to like doing a week and a half of like nonstop taking notes and then applying these things in your head and actually pursuing some of them. Is eventually you start getting to your point where you're like, oh, I'm kind of like, I need a minute to like let this stuff sink in and not do it so much, which might happen, but I'm hoping that happens when there's something to do. I'm kind of worried that by the time I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do like a long week of streaming, it'll be like 1 week off of Doom. So like it'd be nice if it had a perfect opening of, what is it called? Of that game that you guys wanted to play that was like a roguelike. I can't think of what it's called, but like, yeah, that was the game I wanted to play. But if it ends up being, I also want to do Doom Eternal, so I hope they don't get so close that I have to pick one. Well, I'll just do the other one next, I guess. So it wouldn't be a big deal anyway. It would just be put off a little bit. But anyways, what do you call it? Well, the book I'm reading, dude, which is really cool. And I'm trying to think of like what part to explain it. I guess I'll just randomly jump all over the place, and then hopefully you guys will get some of it. But the book I'm reading, which I quite enjoy, is
Gnawing Fetus said
Risk of Rain. That's
Rain
exactly what it was.
2?
Yeah, so I'm hoping that Risk of Rain and Doom don't fall in the same time period, because if I take this week off as well to like do more like personal work, etc., then yeah, and I do like next next week, not next Thursday, but the week after that, if I do like a full week of streaming of us doing something specific for our stream push, and if we do it like Risk of Rain, will Risk of Rain perfectly line up to like then Doom Eternal's out the next following week, and then it doesn't really work for us doing like, I don't want to do 2 back-to-back full week of streaming, that kind of thing. But I was meaning Risk of Rain. Anyways, I'm reading this book called that talks about like, honestly, man, it's really nice in the sense that it covers like every kind of area of like businessy things, and it kind of makes me understand variables in business that I like. People have, and I think as a consumer, you have like a natural inclination towards thinking like, oh, that's not very good, but it kind of makes sense as far as like, if you look at it from both perspectives of like a consumer and a person who's trying to like create something of value. Like one of the ones that I thought was interesting was this idea that when most people go into like trying to do anything when it comes to a marketplace, they'll probably scan, like, say, I don't know, let's say you want to make like iPhone covers, something like that, like an iPhone case. So sure. So one of the things that people will do is basically like try to find like an idea of an iPhone case that you have that maybe is good, but then when it comes to actually like making the thing, you probably like scan the market, try to get everyone's like costs that they're doing, like how much people are charging for things, and then trying to do like a little bit more of what they do well, and then charging just a little bit less. That way you can basically be competitive. And that's essentially how most businesses work. But in that, when you start competing on price, things get really messy, because it's always going to be a race to the bottom. So like consumers will always try to get the most amount of value for the least amount of money. And that's fair, but it ends up being tough because as like a business person, or as like if you were the owner of a business, if you were trying to do this, you put yourself in the same position as like, okay, I'm trying to make cases, I'm trying to make money on them. You put yourself in the position of, oh, okay, well, I don't have enough money coming in to improve my product or to like get more customers, to like maybe do some like ads on YouTube or whatever it is, right? So then you're stuck in this kind of feedback loop of like you're selling a product for like barely enough for what you're able to make a profit on, and your competition is also doing the same thing, and you're both like edging yourselves out down to like zero, like net zero, and you're trying to find a slight angle that makes your product slightly better, but you end up comparing each other on like price, and this is the thing that one of the chapters in the book makes an argument for, which is actually, man, what's surprising is you might be better off going up instead of down. Meaning the more you can differentiate your product in a way that makes it so that it actually is more expensive, and even if you get less sales but like 1 or 2 people buy, you still then have way more money than you would if you were to sell 1,000 of this other units, and it's also better for when you're just starting out because you don't need to have 1,000 units of things to sell. And what you can do with that money that you gain from like maybe even just selling two is you can invest it into better customer acquisition or better quality assurance of your product. So you're actually being able to make the product better. So it's like an example of like instead of selling a case for like $20, it might be better to and this is the thing that the book says, which I think is fun or interesting, but it's you have to just the goal is to differentiate yourself by selling a product at a high enough price and also offering enough other things. And I kind of found this when I was looking at headphones, because I was telling you guys how these headphones are like, they make my ears sweat and they're not very good. And I was surprised to find better products. So I ended up finding one that had enough positive things associated with it that I was like, oh, wow. And it was a little bit more money than like some of the cheaper ones that were like $40. The one that I ended up picking was like, I think $120. But it had like so many things that I wanted. And it's just as funny that it kept reintroducing what the book showed. So like if you're selling a phone case and you're wanting to sell, let's say you're not wanting to sell it for $20, which is what everyone else is competing on, but you want to sell it for like $120. Maybe you want to sell it for like $90. Which is pretty good. Now, if you sell any of those things, then you're going to be able to make like a significant thing. You're going to be able to invest that back into the product. But the issue is that like $90, how are you going to sell someone on that $90? And it's funny because if you look at like a lot of the other like phone people, this is kind of what they've done as well. Like they've shown that like they've done like a crazy drop test, like showing, okay, like let's make a product with any sort of money that we gain from selling even 2 or 3 and invest that into like how crazy these cases are. Like they can be dropped from like fucking skyscrapers and still live. Okay, that's kind of a nice ad. Okay, well, what if there's also like and this is something that people throw out, but like the capacity for you to get more than just one thing. So by buying one of these cases, you maybe get access to like a wallet, like for Ridge or something like that, and all these kind of things. So basically you add like, it's not just like you're buying a case, you're buying all of these features and these things that make that case special. This is a lot of the kind of thing with like Apple. So like Apple isn't really selling a phone, they're selling the ecosystem and all the apps and all the other things in their thing. So you're not just buying the phone, you're buying the entire, like all the other tiny things that make that thing that valuable. That makes sense? And to me, it was a really interesting business idea of like, it makes sense that you see all these brands that like starting up that are actually doing like the high-end aspect, but a lot of the high-end people do it wrong as well. That's what the book makes a good point of saying too, which is like you can't just price your product as like being dude. When I was looking at chairs, this is what I seen constantly. It's just some fucking goobers charging like fucking $1,000 for a shite fucking plastic chair that offered nothing besides like it was really expensive. So you're selling it like a rate in which people perceive your product as being like really expensive, and like you're almost selling to like class, like as a symbol almost. The book makes a good point to be like, no, that's dumb. You need to like create a category of one by stacking enough like values for your product that make people be like, oh wow, that's not even like the same thing. One of the better examples that they described is in the book exactly is, say you wanted to, like, I actually wanted to say this to Kat because I know Kat has like a background in exercise as well. So say if you wanted to sell like Lone also has a background in exercise too. Lone exercises quite a bit. But like, let's say Lone wants to like he maybe just wants to try doing some entrepreneurial stuff. So he's like, okay, I want to try to make like a fitness program, let's say, like an exercise program, maybe with like what is it called, sword striking. So essentially, that's what I know Lone gets after too. So maybe he wants to make a whole fitness course basically associated with like sword strikes. But one of the things that probably will happen is a sequence will probably be that Lone like looks at all the other products that are out there, tries to get a gauge of whatever else is selling this like sword striking course for. And then he'll basically be, okay, let me sell that for the same price. And if you have no like impressiveness, like unless you're like a well-known author, you have like a podcast that's popping, like you need some way for people to acknowledge the value that you are, like oh, this guy's worth listening to. You know, like a guy who is popular is the guy who made Atomic Habits. It's like a really well-known productivity book. Unless you're that guy who has like already a really known thing, it's gonna be really hard to sell your product because no one knows you, right? No one knows if Lone's even good at like, sword strikes, although I think he is, all that kind of stuff. So this is what the kind of idea says, is instead of like trying to find out what everyone's selling for, you find out what everyone else is selling for, and then you sell at a much higher extent, but you have to then add so much more value that people don't even think it's the same thing. Does that make sense? So like the idea being like, okay, say Lone has this workout plan. Great. Let's say Lone also attacks it from multiple angles instead of just like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to, improve your sword strikes. So then he says, okay, what if I also show you like the proper the proper like stretches to do within this given thing. So not only am I giving you the capacity to like be better at striking the sword strikes, but I'm also going to teach you how to not have your limbs feel like shit afterwards. That's kind of nice. Maybe it gives you a little bit more value. But maybe Lone finds out something even more surprising, which is people are actually like, maybe it's like weird like moms. Maybe moms that are like trying to do something that's fun and more entertaining than walking on a fucking treadmill, and that's what they're trying to do to get more entertainment out of this. So your target market isn't like dudes who are trying to get jacked doing swordplay. It's actually moms that are just trying to like have a fun way of engaging movement. Awesome. Okay, so now maybe you have it from that angle. Okay, so now how do you make that more valuable to moms? Well, maybe you also want to throw in like something that would just give the product even more value, which is maybe like having some sort of like dietary bonus on top of it. So not only am I going to be giving you a like a nice little workout thing that I've come up with, but I'm also going to be telling you the kind of foods that would be really good to eat alongside doing it, because you're going to need to have more carbs because it's a really high cardio intensive thing. And essentially that's how the whole thing kind of goes, where you're basically trying to add enough things on top. And it's funny because like if you think about this kind of sequence, like how much time would it take for Lone to actually like make a workout routine for another person, for like broadly another person? I think it probably would take him maybe like a week, maybe 2 weeks if he's trying to make it really nice. Okay, how much time would it take Lone to like pause what he's doing, do a bunch of research online to find out what is like the best foods to take for high cardio? Maybe after a couple of articles, maybe he sequences some things, maybe he puts into some math so that he can actually correlate exactly like the amount of calories you need given your weight and your height and things like that, so that it's actually more of a valuable deal, because when the customer sees it, they're going to be like, oh, this is not just something that was thrown together, but this actually has like a calculator built in. I perceive that as valuable. That makes sense. And you would keep going along this path until you have like 5 things that someone is selling you, which would validate the higher cost, which honestly, if Lone finishes doing all these for like, let's say this takes him like 4 months to do, you now forever have that product that is ready to be sold continually. You know, like you don't have to keep doing this work every day. You know, like especially me as a person who grew up in like you trade a skill almost. So like you show up, you do the work, and then you make your money, but then you have to come back tomorrow to do the same amount of work, to do the same amount of money. This is something that when you're done finally building something, you can then infinitely sell it potentially. And again, this is about a bunch of other variables are there, like your capacity to sell, your capacity to understand like the problems that your customers actually having, and not just you as an individual. Like you might think, the value that I'm giving with this product is because, you know, people are going to be really good at like attacking with swords, and, you know, they're going to improve it like sparring. But then later down the line, you might be like, actually, dude, the people who want to learn this stuff are like people who just find it really fun to use. So how can I make this really satisfying and fun for the demographic that did show themselves? And that would be your adjustment. Then you try to optimize for a different variable for the customers that you now have. Anyways, but that was something that I learned from the book that I thought was actually really interesting. Is actually sometimes it's better to sell higher than lower, and the idea is that also you need to like provide enough value to then sell that. And you know what's funny, dude? It made me think of like the whole time I'm reading the book, and I hate myself because I always do this, but like I always draw parallels to like my own experience, which I think is not that bad, but I always do it to Let It Die. So like I was looking back at Let It Die, like, so one of the things in the book, it has this thing that like makes you say, okay, this is kind of hard to explain, but basically, when you're first starting on your business, the biggest thing that this person says, which is like the most crucial part, is your market.
Balti said LMAO.
Yeah, the Let It Die thing. But the biggest thing that's the most important is your market. So if you pick, like the way the guy says is there's 3 things, which is your market, your offer, and then your personal persuasion skills. So if you think about those, your market is 3x the most important thing. Your offer itself is 2x the most important thing, and then your persuasion skills, like your ability to talk and like communicate the value that you're offering, is 1. So the most important thing you could do out of all 3 of these is the market. So, and the reason why they mention this is, say you're let's say you're in like advertising for TV. Like you're in advertising for TV and you're investing in that, that's a dying market that's continually dying over time. So you're going to need to put in monstrous amounts of effort, create the greatest offer ever, and have insane persuasion skills to be able to grow in that market. And even then, that may not be the case. Whereas if you pick at least a normal market, like let's say streaming, which I think streaming has kind of balanced out to be a pseudo-normal market.
McFlufferkin said the duality of Naraka, Bladepoint, Witcher 3 collab followed by a Sanrio, Hello Kitty 1.
Oh, I didn't see stuff. Was there some crazy weird weaponry shit happening on screen. I was trying locked in to try to explain my nonsense. But yeah, so that's one of the things that they mentioned. But there's another thing, which is like the whole business thing, which I've heard a lot. But basically, if you were to kind of map out everything, if you're trying to sell to someone, it's pain. So like you need to find a customer base that is in pain or is like has a problem that you can solve. In this case, it's like, in Lode's case, it'd probably be like the health industry or the health market. So people want to feel better. They want to have more exercise. They want to lose weight, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm losing Lode in this like proverbial kind of nonsense thing. Anyways, to just kind of round it out so I don't sit on this for too long. I noticed the parallel with Let It Die, because Let It Die was a really, really good market, because no one was playing it. It also happened to be free to play, so that a lot of people continually found it and continually gave it a chance. The game itself was pain. Like one of the metrics of like you trying to find something that is valuable is trying to find something that people have like experienced some sort of pain by, whether it's like frustration, whether it's a need, whether it's whatever. The game is literally pain itself. It's the point. And I was basically selling a solution or an offer, which was I'll make the pain less shitty, or I'll go through the pain with you. And then what's the other one? An easily targeted market. That's the other thing. So like, can you reach the person that you're trying to sell to? In this case, in Lone's case, with the example of like him selling like a program about martial arts. Can you have access to, an example I gave was maybe like it'd be moms who actually are finding this as a fun aerobic movement instead of like a hardcore actual trying to get good at swordplay. They're just finding it as a fun movement. Are you able to reach them? Which is basically like, do you know the Reddits that they're a part of? Do you know what kind of like Facebook's groups they're a part of? Do you know what kind of what kind of conventions they go to, etc.? Could you reach them? And in that case, yes, you can absolutely reach those types of people. But sometimes it may be really fucking hard to reach those types of people. So it may not be worth pursuing. But it's funny because I was able to reach those people with Let It Die really easily because of YouTube and because of the nature of people in the next generation knowing how to Google search things and knowing how to go through all those things. And then what was the last one? It was pain. That was the other thing, is people like cost. So like they give a funny example in the book of like this guy comes up with this like great example for a business where like people are in pain. He can easily target them. It's constantly growing. But he doesn't do one of the things, which is, do they have the money to pay for your thing? So like he was basically making a business about how to shows people how to write a really good what's the thing that you use when you're trying to get a job? I can't think of it. It's off the top of my head. What is it called? Diploma? No. Resume. Sorry, resume guy. I'm sure you guys are gonna help me out, but he basically he's like, I'm gonna make a business where I'm gonna tell people how to make a fucking S-tier resume. But the issue with that is that most people who need a resume really badly probably don't have like exceptional wealth to be able to spend like $1,000 on this thing that this guy's selling that's gonna make it the best, or whatever the hell he was selling for. So he missed one of the four fundamentals. If you need to actually have people need to have the money to actually be able to pay for what you're offering, at the price that you're trying to offer it. But yeah, I thought it was funny that like Let It Die, to me, every time it was saying all the pain, like all the like the checklists, I'm like, oh, that checked off all of the lists, like all of the things. Not only were people able to find me, not only was the market really good, not only was it like sustainable because it's a free game, so people are going to keep playing it. It also makes sense why like Fortnite slots into all of this really well as well. With the only exception of being targeting, because targeting is a variable of how many people are being targeted to as well. So like it gives you oversaturation essentially. But man, the one thing, like I'm learning all this stuff and it's making a lot of sense, and I'm happy and I'm enjoying it because it's like all this stuff that I never would have understood about the business world. I'm only showing you guys. I'm only talking about a couple things I think are like the most understandable. There's a lot of like math about understanding certain things like gross income and I can't think of what the other three are, but yeah, that and the way they are used and the way you kind of math out certain things. But I will say, this is one of those things that like I know. It's really easy to like research and understand things, but where the real shit is, like the real where men are born and get killed is you doing the shit, that's a different beast entirely. Like you can know all these terminology, you can understand the concept of business, but to actually be like, okay, I'm going to conceive of a product, or like target a market, sell them something, Like, anyone can talk a big game, but when it comes to actually putting down that shit and actually having to, like, do it, that's the shit that, like, I need to, like, do. You know, like, that's the thing I know. I can feel it within my heart, or like, oh yeah, you could forever get down the trap of, like, I'm just gonna learn forever. Like, people who have, like, are in school for like 80 years, but like they actually never actually like pursue any fucking form or any pursuit with that knowledge that they gain. But that's, I think, the thing that is I almost want to. I don't want to do that. I almost want to, like, tell you guys, hold my feet to the fire. Like, make sure I do that, but I want to hold my feet to the fire. I don't want to have an external source be the reason why I know I have to do these things. I can tell that's going to be the hardest, like, thing to overcome a little bit, is the notion of actually, like, buckling down and putting yourself out there, which I have a lot of experience doing. It's just, yeah, I have a lot of experience doing that. I know I have the capacity to do it. I've done those things. I've also learned things like editing and all these other variables. And honestly, dude, this is the other thing I wanted to say. As far as, like, the complexity, I still have not found anything that even comes close to the complexity of YouTube, which in turn is trying to adjust for the endless variables of people randomly encountering your videos and such like that. At least with all these other, like, the businessy stuff and, like, all that stuff, it's a lot of, like, so long as you reach a certain threshold, you're probably going to be going up a little bit. Whereas YouTube, you're accounting for, like, the system that is YouTube, to give it to the right people, to not have that variable be swayed by a random person clicking on it. And all these, you can't also YouTube, unless you're cheating, but, like, you can't, like, synthetically boost your, like, you could pay for, as a business person, you could pay for, like, ad space on a platform or something like that, to, like, show your product to more people. You can math out how much you can do that with, and your conversion rate, to actually make sure you're getting value out of it, and you just hyper invest in your offer and making it sound better if people aren't going for it, so you can adjust that. But for YouTube, unless you're, like, paying for bots, which you shouldn't do, you can't, like, synthetically give it momentum, whereas at least in the other way, you can kind of start to, like, mathematically do it, you know? Whereas YouTube, it's like you have such little control over so many variables that, and you're trying to account for so many. I still have not found anything that's even near. That's why I think this is kind of nice, where, like, at least the stuff I'm learning, I can understand how that just makes sense. Whereas YouTube, it's like you're fighting gods. You're fighting, like, God King Goliath, which is why most people don't do that level of, like, Mr. Beastification of it all. I mean, most people are just like, I'm gonna play some shit, I'm gonna try to make a cool thumbnail, that's it. And I get it, because trying to manage all the other shit is, like, it's not just overwhelming, but, like, wild complexity. That it makes the good news is it makes anything else look like fucking nothing, because you're fucking, everything looks like babies to you afterwards. But anyways, also, this gameplay is fun to watch. I'm enjoying it. It's like the color of this game. I've seen people do, like, sponsored gameplays of this, and whenever I see a lot of videos that get, like, hella sponsored, I always assume it's not very good, which is unfortunate. But yeah, yeah. Let me catch what everyone was saying. Great sword bow stuff. Yes. Talking about Naraka Blade Point. Bolty says, I did something similar yesterday, not gonna lie. What did you do that was similar? The duality of that to that. Bolty says, during my scientific work lecture, and about a video on how to improve in coding / learning things. What is it? What do you mean? Like, I wish I would have read that when I was talking, so I would have been able to see what you're referring to. Do you mean like you referred to your own experience when reading things, or like a past video, or what? Yeah, dude. What do you call it? Code. That's the other thing that, like, it's funny because I could see how this is gonna, like. I shouldn't say stuff like that. But like you could understand the understanding of, like, how to make things work and understand the levers of, like, why a business succeeds. But at the end of the day, you still need a product. And sometimes, like, to make a product, you actually either have to hire people or be okay with hiring people to do a thing for you so that you can then have a product. Or you can then get the skill set it takes to actually make said product. And it's funny because, like, I'm doing AI stuff, and I kind of learned a little bit about that, but, like, I understood how you could, like, eventually get to a point where you could maybe be proficient enough to offer a service. But then to, like, where Bolty is doing, like, coding or engineering in some capacity, I think could be the thing that lets you actually make the product, you know what I mean? So like that's the thing that like you can understand like 40% of it's probably, honestly, a lot of it's probably businessy stuff. Like 60% of it probably is like understanding the mechanics around like what people are looking for, understanding what like not investing time into shit that people don't give a fuck about. Understanding that a lot of stuff is actually like psychological problems and not like actual problems. Knowing how to solve for those. But then you still need to have like another skill set or the capacity to hire people to be able to make the thing or to acquire the skill set. So like if you wanted to make like a exercise program, so maybe you have some understanding of that, you'd still probably take like 2 months to like refine and like look at everyone else's and try to take the good bits of everyone's to make yours actually like efficient, to adjust as you go and to make it even better and improve it over time, things like that. So you still need to gain the skill set in a weird way. Also, Buddy says, yeah, I was projecting my ways of improving in team fight tactics in the past when I reached a pretty high rank, and it was literally a one-to-one same mindset. Go, yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. It's always fun when you see shit like that. It's also heartbreaking because you're like, damn, if only I seen this sooner, I wouldn't have had to figure it out on my own, you know. It was a video on improving coding and how to approach things. Yeah, and dude, the amount of parallels. That's another thing that I learned both of that I thought was fun. Was that's something that the book makes a point to talk about too, which is the idea of most people when they're trying to do anything will attack it from a logical perspective, which is actually really like neat, but it's not very helpful in business because most people will do the logical conclusion to solve the problem. So they give the example in the book, which is really neat. I'm sure you guys, if you're paying attention to stuff in business world stuff, you probably heard something like this. But the idea is there was a train that basically people were frustrated that they had to keep waiting for this train, which was shitty. And a lot of people, they tried to fix the train situation by making the train arrive faster. So they had a logical conclusion of what the pain was, which the person experienced the pain of like, hey, I want to get to my location faster. But that's actually a misdiagnosis of what the pain was. The pain was, I'm bored and I hate the fact that I have to wait so long and it feels agonizing to wait, and I can never plan around how long I have to wait, and so on and so forth. But anyways, the logical conclusion to a lot of engineers was just like, let's make the trains arrive faster. But it was like a $4 billion improvement to the train infrastructure to actually make that happen. And instead, and also to get all those checks and balances passed, it's impossible. Like it's a whole city with trains in it, so like you'd have to get approval from the mayor and all these. Like there's plenty of ways where it would just break over time. Like even if somebody had the means to do it, it doesn't matter because it can disintegrate over all the steps that you need to do to make the train better. Anyways, what they ended up doing instead was attacking it from the psychological perspective instead, and that ended up being where the most ground was actually covered and where no one ended up having any problem anymore. So essentially their solution was, instead of making the train arrive faster, let's instead spend a couple $1 million putting a sign that has a blinking light that shows it closer and closer as it's arriving to your destination. That way you're able to understand when it's going to arrive. You're not waiting randomly and hoping it arrives given the somewhat time frame it is. You can just look up, see it's almost here, see it's not here at all, and open your phone or get ready to get board. So that simple solution made such a big difference psychologically in the person that was doing it. Another example is people say like, oh, if you have an elevator and people are annoyed that it takes so long to get to the next step because it's such a slow elevator, you don't need to logically make it move faster. Instead, you could just add mirrors so that people are busy looking at themselves, and it seems like it's taking less time to get up to their destination. People also give the example of just make the if it's in a mall, you could just make the elevator glass so people could look around and it just experiences they experience the travel time being less bad. And another example again is the airports or airplanes, where people are like, oh man, it sucks when I have to spend so much time in an airplane. I hate it. I wish we arrived faster. So then the engineering solution would be like, hey, let's just make the plane go faster. Let's get better routes in there. But then the psychological solution is, well, what if we started hiring really beautiful heiress, like people who like wait on you. Also, what if we add movies to the airplanes? What if we add drinks and like alcohol to the airplane as well, so that people actually enjoy the time that they're up there with, instead of having to make a faster plane, which would cost billions of dollars more. And therefore, there's a better solution, and you ended up basically making something and improving yourself and making yourself, differentiating yourself in the market to do that kind of thing. So that to me is really like kind of weird, but it sounds like it's almost like just if you're a person that genuinely likes like solving solutions or finding solutions. And I also happen to really have like I think I would determine myself to have I care more about like the emotional aspect of things more than the logical aspect of things in a lot of ways. Like I love watching like therapy videos and all these kind of things and podcasts about like the mind and like how people perceive things, etc. So it's funny that like inclination or urge and skill set is actually something that's quite nice when it comes to like finding, creating an offer that people genuinely want and would solve their problems, I guess. Let's see. Bodhi says, and that was the one with one goal. Bodhi says, it was a video on coding in that. Bodhi said, I watched a vid about what I learned from 14 seasons of Teamfight Tactics, and his conclusion was literally to do all the things I have already been doing. And it was the same thing mentioned before. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's tough. That's always really tough when you're like, oh, that's the opposite problem. For me, I haven't had that problem yet. I'm sure eventually, or at some point, I probably have. That's tough. Like when you're like, I came to you for advice, and you just gave me the information I already came to the conclusion of. Fuck, bullshit. That's brutal. Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, man. That's coding to me, Bolty. That's one of the things that's like that's impressive. Like I could see how you could slowly start to like. A lot of people have actually been self-taught when it comes to coding and stuff like that, which is cool. But yeah, I think that's still one of those things where like. It still seems so far off from like what like it's almost like the same thing when like the mechanic starts talking to you about some car stuff. If you have no idea about car stuff, you're not interested in that world at all. You're just your eyes glaze over and you're like, you're a witch. Like, I don't. You could nickel and dime me and I wouldn't even know. You could be like, hey, you need to change all this shit, and you're like, yep, okay. The same thing for coding. I feel like there's very few things in this world that are like so, just by their very virtue, perceived as like a different world, and I think coding is one of them. I think like engine and stuff like that, which honestly is like engineering, I guess it would be also that is like that. I don't think art is necessarily like that, because I think we all had like art phases when we were kids, because they introduced us to that stuff so early on when we were kids. It's like drawing, that we all kind of have an idea of art. I definitely think we all know that there's levels to art for sure, but I still think people think like, oh, nah, maybe not. And maybe art also falls into that category of like, I think people would be like, nah, I can't do that. It's too pretty looking. That would take a million years, you know? I just think coding is one of those things that's still like one of the main arbiters of like, that shit sounds hard. You know what I mean? What is it? Wizarding world of coding. No, thank you. Sounds like too much, you know? Also, let's go, Fluff. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for playing games with me. I appreciate you guys putting up with my couple bad games with Thor, because I was just eating shit and dying. But I am off to go keep reading that book. Maybe edit this video I have so I can have it uploaded on Monday. It's a fun, short little video for Bone Lab. And yes, that was a fucking badass time. I'm happy we got to look through
Lone Syndicate said, wonderful stream.
What do you call it? I'm happy that we got to look through Marathon. I'm happy to see what you guys thought about it. I was expecting to hate it. I am surprised to see that it looks like a good game. Like, it just looks like a really good AAA. Looks nice, feels nice, all that stuff. Also, big shout out to Fluff for giving us the gameplay provided. All that kind of stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Nong, Lone, Fluff, Bulty, Raid if you're still here. Also, happy birthday, Raid, although I'm sure you left because you're a birthday boy and probably hanging out with people. But love you to bits. Hopefully I can see you again on Thursday, gang. And goodbye for now, my friends.